Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome, fans. Welcome on in, everybody, to a battle of the 13-year-olds here in Kindred, where tonight's baseball game that we're about to have airing live is going to feature two 13-year-old teams that both hail from Kindred. It'll feature the visitors on the scoreboard, the Kindred White. The Kindred White come to town with a 13-3 record. They come to town as in they live in this town, so they're in this town as the visitors, taking on the home team, the Kindred Blue. Kindred Blue have a 13-6 record. We'll take a look quick at the home team, Kindred Blue, and how they will start this game defensively. At first base is Colson Overby, second base is Cade Renke, and third base is Ben Carlson. Shortstop for Kindred Blue is Grant Hess. The outfield will go Blake Miller, Dawson Hoy, and Carson Murphy from left to right. The Kindred Blue will have an extra hitter in Turner Westby. Catching will be Ethan Comer, and on the bump for Kindred Blue will be Riley Moline. Riley Moline wears number 7. He's a big right-hander. He comes into this game with 20 innings pitched. He's 1-0. He's struck out 36 people, and he has a 4.9 ERA. That, again, is the Kindred Blue. Their head coach is Sawyer Hess. Who will Moline and the Blue face? They will face Kindred White. Head coach Carson Getty. This team, Getty's team, is 13-3, and their batting order will be Lucas Lindeman, Jaden Kellerman, and Gus Mack. River Fetch, Ben Sanders, and Caden Rupp. And then 7-8-9 are Charlie Otteson, Jackson Haig, and Ben Fitzpatrick. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on your live event. My name is Josh Omaris, joined. We had the first game of the year, and now we get the last game of the year. It's Nicholas Eggy, the Eggmeister, Mr. Eggalicious Eggman. Nick, how you doing on this absolutely gorgeous Tuesday evening?
I'm doing great. Practice this morning throughout the day today, being outside. It feels like a normal summer day, not one of those 90s that we've had the last couple of weeks, and I'm excited to watch some of my old students from last school year play some baseball today.
Certainly a nice reprieve from the heat as it's 76 degrees on opening pitch at 5:56 p.m. Hopefully that doesn't mess with people's schedules too much, starting this game 4 minutes early.
No, everyone knows you don't want to start late.
No, you got to be on time or slightly ahead. But I thought we were going to be right on the money here, as right now batting is Lucas Lindeman, and our scoreboard guy is already behind. It's 0-2. We might have to have you slip away for a second here, Mr. Eggman. And here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a ball low and outside to Lucas Lindeman. Now the scoreboard is up to date, and we got a 1-2 pitch coming. Lucas Lindeman coming in hitting .359 with 20 runs scored. He has, he wears number 28, and he's pitching today. He takes a ball and works the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I have a mishap in my writing, Coach Eggman there. I have 20 runs scored, and then I have 18 runs scored. So I got to figure out what I did wrong with the Kindred White.
That ball's put in play. Out to Grant Hess at shortstop for the out number 1.
We got a new public address announcer just excited over there. Gabe Iverson on the call. He called that Grant Hess out, and now that'll bring up Jaden Kellerman. Jaden Kellerman wears number 22, and he is the center fielder. As Lucas Lindeman was out number 1, it is 20 runs scored for Lindeman on this season.
For Lindeman or for Moline?
Lucas Lindeman. Right now it's Jaden Kellerman that's up to bat right now. What are you talking about, Moline?
Why are you talking about Lindeman pitching?
Lindeman has scored 20 runs as a batter. But yes, Riley Moline is on the mound. He has thrown 20 pitches on the season. So Jaden Kellerman swings and pops this one out to shallow left field, and the left fielder comes in and makes a nice catch. That was Blake Miller out in left. So a fly out to short, and then a fly out to Miller in left. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 29, Gus Mack. Gus Mack hitting .500 on the year. He's the 3 hitter, and he will face Moline. Moline so far making quick work as he gets another pop fly. This could be a 9-pitch inning. Second baseman comes in and makes a nice catch. That was Cade Ranke who came in, and it's 3 up, 3 down. The Kindred White get no runs on no hits. They leave nobody on base, and there were no blue errors after 1/2 inning of play. It is Kindred White 0 and Kindred Blue coming to bat.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
All right, fans, welcome back into Kindred. As now taking the field is Kindred White. First base will be Ben Sanders. Second base will be Charlie Otteson. Third base, River Fetch. And shortstop, Gus Mack. Out in the outfield will be Caden Rupp, Jaden Kellerman, and Jackson Haig, left to right. Catching for Kindred White is Ben Fitzpatrick, and pitching is Lucas Lindemann. So I was told I maybe misspoke. Riley Moline will be pitching for the Blue. He comes into today with 20 innings pitched. He's 1-0 with 36 strikeouts and a 4.9 ERA. Now on the mound is Lucas Lindemann. Lucas Lindemann comes in with 17 2/3 innings pitched. He is 3-0 on the year. He has struck out 22 and walked 16. He has a 3.1 ERA. Once again, that is the Kindred White out in the field. The Kindred Blue will go after Lucas Lindemann and the Kindred White with this batting order: Riley Moline, Colson Overby, and Grant Hess. Cleanup man will be Cade Ranke, then Carson Murphy and Ethan Comer. Blake Miller, Ben Carlson, and Turner Westby are 7, 8, 9. Dawson Hoy rounds things out as the 10 hitter. Once again, Lucas Lindemann on the mound. 17 2/3 innings pitched for Lucas. 22 strikeouts, 16 walks, and a 3.1 ERA for Lucas. He throws a strike on the outside corner to Riley Moline. And, excuse me, that's not right. I think they're...
Ben Fitzpatrick's pitching. Or who's hitting?
No, that's not Ben
They're
Fitzpatrick.
catching.
You just let me stick to those details. That should be Ethan Comer back there catching,
Yes.
which I already said, and Riley Moline.
That is not Ethan Comer.
That's not Ethan Comer?
That's Ben Fitzpatrick.
Catching back there?
Yes.
Then he gave me the complete wrong lineup. So we got, where's Ethan Comer then? Ethan Comer, where's number 25?
He's on the other team.
Excuse me, you are right. Ben Fitzpatrick is catching. Ben Fitzpatrick. Okay,
you want to come at me for
we
details?
wore a lot of hats to start this game, to be fair, all right? So, yes, it is. Did I go through that whole lineup wrong?
Probably.
Yeah, okay, I better start that over then. Okay, Riley Moline just struck out. That'll bring up Colson Overby. Let's go through the field here one more time for Kindred White. Lucas Lindemann is on the mound. His battery mate is Ben Fitzpatrick. Up to bat right now is Colson Overby. There's a ball taken high to Overby. At first base is Ben Sanders. Second base, Charlie Otteson. Third base, River Fetch, and shortstop Gus Mack. Out in the outfield is Caden Rupp, Jaden Kellerman, and Jackson Haig. And then I went through the batting order. Yes, 2-0 count here. But Going back to my original point, Lucas Lindemann is on the mound, facing a 2-0 count to Colson Overby. Overby wears number 30. He hits this one out to shallow left field. Left fielder comes in and makes the nice catch. So a good play out in left field there by Caden Rupp for out number 2. And that'll bring up Grant Hess. He's playing shortstop and wearing number 2 here today. Grant Hess with a .378 batting average. Fouls that one off.
Little check, excuse me, swing by Hess there. Looking at his older brother going, what do you want me to do? I didn't fully swing, and Sawyer's probably saying, well, swing the dang bat.
It was a well-placed ball if you want to look at what Lucas Lindemann just did there, but certainly one that Hess was excited to swing at and then decided otherwise. There he gets a good pitch. Looked to be down the middle of the plate. Takes it for a strike, and now it's 0-2, and Hess has himself in the hole right away. Lindemann pumping strikes here. Off speed taken outside. Moline only threw 9 pitches in that opening frame. 1-2-3 inning. This is pitch number 11 from Lucas Lindemann, and it's a ball. It should be 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I have a feeling Lindemann has more than 11 pitches this inning as well.
He could have 12. Here's
that looks like a good pitch. Ooh.
Maybe a little bit on the upper outer part of the frame. Bryce Whipple calls it a ball behind the plate, and it's now a 3-ball, 2-strike count to Grant Hess. Lindemann begins his motion, and just a little bit outside there. It's the first base runner of the game. It's a 2-out walk for Grant Hess. That'll bring up number 27, the second baseman, Cade Ranke. Ranke will bat with Hess on first base. Hess has 35 stolen bases, leads his team in that category. He stays put, and Cade Ranke takes a ball high. Ranke comes in hitting .389. He's walked 14 times. And as I said, Hess has some wheels, likely to take a chance here soon, and there he goes. He takes off for second, throw down, and sliding
good throw
in
by Fitzpatrick.
It was a nice throw. Just Gus Mack didn't go and get that in front of the runner, and it bounced into Hess's legs. So Hess is on second base safe with Cade Ranke batting with a 2-0 count here. Lindemann checks second and then delivers. It's a ball. Nice stop by catcher Ben Fitzpatrick. And the count is now 3 balls, no strikes. Lindemann has 22 strikeouts in his 18 and a third, actually 23 strikeouts in his 18 and a third innings pitched. And now he just gives up his 18th walk of the year. Another 2-out walk, this time Cade Ranke. Cade Ranke now has 15 walks on the season. And that'll bring up the man who's batting .450, a right fielder wearing number 8, Carson Murphy. Carson Murphy bats with a man on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Takes a ball high, and it's now 1 ball, no strikes. Lindemann was cruising.
I think that's the 7th ball in a row here.
He was cruising. Everything was looking good.
I have a feeling what's about to happen here between second and first base.
Runner goes. I don't know if that's what you were going to call.
That's
Throw
exactly
goes
what
to
I was
third.
gonna call.
Oh, and third baseman couldn't hang on to that. Couldn't hang on to that ball. River Fetch dropped it, and had he hung on to it, I think Grant Hess might have been out there. But as it is, Hess steals third, and Ranke follows up with a steal of second base, and now Carson Murphy bats 2-0 with runners on second and third. He swings and fouls that back. It'll now be 2 balls, 1 strike.
You know what I like most about that play, too, is Caden Rupp out in left field sprinting to go be that backup in case it got behind him. I think Coach Getty might have given them a pointer or 2 on how to back up third base.
Getty, a man that likes to run all over left field and all over the diamond, including any backup scenario. That's a ball taken outside. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. Also, kudos to Carson Murphy. He got a 2-0 pitch that he liked, and he swung hard on, just fouled it back. And now Lindemann's in danger of walking the bases loaded. And he does that with a ball on the lower outside part of the plate. So after Moline and Overby strike out and fly out to left, it's been walk, 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 and that'll bring up number 25, the catcher, Ethan Comer.
Well, and he got up early on Grant Hess. He got to 0-2, and I think he threw 4 balls in a row.
There's a ball outside, and there's nowhere to put him if you're Lindemann and Kindred White.
Remind me, this is Comer?
This is Comer.
What did he do a couple weeks ago?
Ethan Comer, a game that I was lucky enough to call, he had the immaculate inning, the inning where he threw 9 consecutive strikes, striking out all batters he faced in a little friendly rookie championship, we'll call it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night 3 times in a row. Now he sees a 1-2 count. The fun fact about that night, Coach Eggman, was you had something special happen in your Babe Ruth game about 100 feet away, which was
Sawyer Olson throwing a complete game no-hitter.
There's a ball taken just a little bit high by Ethan Comer, and it'll move the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's pretty phenomenal that in that night, you know, in similar timing, probably within an hour of each other, this ball's chopped fair, and very alert play there by Ben Fitzpatrick. Field that ball and step on home. No need to throw that ball down to first base, and that fielder's choice will end things here in the bottom of the first. The Kindred Blue gets no runs on no hits. They leave 3 men on base. There were no Kindred White errors, and after 1 complete, score remains 0-0.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Special. Hey fans, welcome back. Let's do a once around the diamond as the music people up here are getting some criticism. So they of course are deflecting. There was somebody else's problem, and we won't get into the details of that.
My playlist isn't good enough for them.
Yeah.
Even though they're picking the wrong songs.
Yeah, and we won't say who the music man is, but it's a certain lefty that plays on the Legion team and is a multi-sport athlete who has a brother out there.
Yeah, that narrows it down pretty well.
Okay, good. The Kindred Blue, just to make sure we got this right, is in the field now. Pitching is Riley Moline. Catching is Ethan Comer. At first base is Colson Overby. Second, Cade Renke. Third base is Ben Carlson. And shortstop is Grant Hess. Out in the outfield is Blake Miller in left, Dawson Hoy in center, and in right field is Carson Murphy. Coming to the plate for the Kindred White will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, River Fetch, Ben Sanders, and Caden Rupp. River Fetch leads his team in almost every offensive category. He's hitting .564, leading his team with 22 hits, 6 doubles, 5 triples, and he has a home run. He's also leading his team with 25 RBIs. So River Fetch, a pretty seasoned cleanup man for Carson Getty and his Kindred White this season. He takes a ball from Riley Moline, and now he takes a second ball from Riley Moline. River Fetch again playing third base. He'll be followed by Ben Sanders and Caden Rupp. It's 4, 5, 6 due here in the top of the first for the Kindred White. This ball's chopped over to the left side. A nice play by the Carlson at third. He throws across. Oh, man, that would have been a beautiful out. But unfortunately, it's going to have to be an error on third baseman Ben Carlson. He made a beautiful stop there at third base, but just couldn't connect on the throw. And River Fetch puts that ball in play and reaches on the air, bringing up Ben Sanders. Go ahead.
That was a great play by Carlson. I mean, he's playing a little bit off the line where he's at right now. I don't know if that's just for Sanders up being a lefty, but he went back, snagged that thing with his backhand, and nearly got a great play out at first.
Yeah, and the throw, gave his first baseman a chance in Colson Overby to scoop that. And I know being around you a lot that you want the first baseman to get that, but it's a tough play for a 13-year-old, no doubt about it. Ben Sanders, the lefty, smokes one out to right field, and that ball is caught by Carson Murphy out and right. And that'll bring up Caden Rupp as River Fetch going to stay on first base.
Yes, I'm a big believer in anything in the dirt needs to get caught at first base. Eli can attest to that from his couple years at Babe Ruth at first base over there. Probably got annoyed of me talking about it.
There's a good scoop
There
there,
it is.
right on cue, as Overby wanted to show you what he could do over there. Especially if you tape up the wrists. I feel like you tape up the
Especially
wrists.
a double-taped wrist.
Yep, you double tape wrists almost up to the elbow. Even more likely to snag that ball, as it's a strike taken now by Caden Rupp, the left fielder who wears number 6. Caden Rupp hits .323 coming into today.
Looks like Moline's daring Fetch to steal over there with a big high leg kick.
He sure is. And that one doesn't matter because it gets by the catcher. It's going to be a wild pitch, and it's going to advance River Fetch to second. Not much Comer can do behind the plate on that one, as it was quite a ways to his right and quite a ways in front of him. Here's the 1-1 with one out to Caden Rupp. Check that. Moline checked second a few times, and then he threw one high and inside. This one gets away from Comer, and that pass ball is going to move Fetch to third. Caden Rupp, the 6-hitter. He'll be followed by Charlie Otteson, the 7, and then Jackson Haig and Ben Fitzpatrick. One out and one on. Here's the 2-1. That one gets by the catcher. Might be a play at the plate here as River Fetch slides in safely just ahead of the throw from Comer to Moline. And that'll put the first run on the scoreboard for Kindred White. Kindred White strikes first, and it also moved to count 3-1. Here's a strike taken on the low outside part of the plate. And Caden Rupp works against Moline on a full count now. Here's the 3-2.
Threw it behind him.
Behind Rupp. And that's a one-out walk here for Caden Rupp. Number 24, second baseman Charlie Otteson going to bat next. He's hitting .375 on the year. He's going to bat with River Fetch already coming home. Caden Rupp on first and one man out here in the top of the second inning. Moline checks first, kicks and delivers. Nice.
Here's a good block by Comer.
You bet it is. Be a ball. Pitch number 21 coming here for Riley Moline. Runner takes off for second. Throw goes to the second baseman. And Caden Rupp going to be called out on the caught stealing as Ethan Comer threw well ahead to Cade Ranke. Ranke caught it and then waited for a couple beats before tagging Caden Rupp, as that throw came way ahead of him, and that's the second out of the inning. Charlie Otteson now bats with a 2-0 count. Takes high, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, Moline's a little bit wild right now. First inning was pretty good out of Moline, 1-2-3, and now giving up a run, and he's throwing a couple wild balls that Comer hasn't been able to get to.
Here's a swing and a miss on a 3-0. Moves the count to 3-1. I wonder if Coach Getty and his coaching staff had wanted to target Ethan Comer. He's just a youngster, 12 years old, and Ethan Comer said, feel free to do that anytime, because I'm the young man that threw the immaculate inning. So if you think I can am just good at throwing 9 straight strikes at 45 feet, I'll extend that out and throw a perfect strike all the way down.
Came all the way back, did Moline.
That was a great job by Riley Moline of working all the way out of a 3-0 count to get Otteson. But Kindred White does score 1 run on no hits. There was 1 blue error and 1 man left on after 1.5 inning of play. It's Kindred White 1, Kindred Blue 0.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Hey fans, welcome back to Kindred as we move into the bottom of the 2nd inning. And one more time, we'll do a once around the field in case I messed it up the previous inning. Lucas Lindemann on the mound, and his battery mate is Ben Fitzpatrick. At first base is Ben Sanders, second Charlie Odegaard, third River Fetch, and the shortstop is Gus Mack out in the outfield.
Charlie Odegaard is playing 13U baseball at second base. That's wild,
Charlie
Josh.
Otteson?
Yeah.
Did I say Odegaard?
Yeah, you did.
Otteson, Charlie Otteson. That's why we have to do this multiple times. Caden Rupp is in left, Jaden Kellerman in center, and the right fielder is Jackson Haig. Due up for Kindred Blue, hitting right now, is Blake Miller. He swings and pops this ball into shallow left field, and that's in the Bermuda Triangle and going to be a single. So that's Blake Miller with a leadoff single. He's the 7 hitter, and that'll bring up Ben Carlson. Then it'll be Turner Westby and potentially Dawson Hoy. It's the 7, 8, 9, 10 hitters for Kindred Blue. Nothing better to do when your team is down by 1 than to immediately answer with a leadoff single. Pickoff attempt at first base. And nothing doing there. So Ben Carlson and his .233 batting average will bat with a man on first and Blake Miller. He swings and misses through that Lucas Lindemann pitch. Lindemann wears number 28. Right-handed pitcher for Kindred Blue. Blake Miller on first. Here's the pitch. Strike taken outside. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Ben Carlson. So Lucas Lindemann quickly gets ahead of his second batter. And Lucas Lindemann been attacking the zone here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lindemann looks in. He gets a pop-off fly out to right field, and the right fielder goes back and makes a beautiful catch out in right. That was Jackson Haig out in right. He had to move to his right and back just a little bit, and Jackson Haig, maybe even with a little light jump out there, has a nice overhand, over-the-shoulder catch, picking about number 1, and that'll bring up Turner Westby. Westby takes a ball up high. Turner Westby, the extra hitter tonight, wears number 23. Kindred Blue has 3 rookie players on their team, Ethan Comer, Turner Westby, and Dawson Hoy. Kindred White playing with Ben Fitzpatrick. A couple of rookies getting the call up. Strike taken there by Turner Westby makes the count 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here and 1 man on. Miller on first, Westby at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Westby went upstairs for that one. And Lindemann now works ahead on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch number 36 coming here for Lucas Lindemann. Before he does that, he wants to check over at first base. And nothing happening over there. And we're back at it on the mound with a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Turner Westby. Well, that ball was an off speed that
Wonder what that pitch is, Josh.
started very high and then went into the dirt. Little Ephus pitch there. Knuckleball, straight up knuckleball. Makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that is a strike. One way or another, I don't know which way it was officially called, if it was on the swing or if it was a strike call, but in any case, that's Lindemann's second strikeout and the second out of the inning, which will bring up Dawson Hoy. Dawson Hoy wears number 21. He's playing center field. He swings and chops that one into play. It'll go to the second baseman, and he throws on to first for an inning-ending 4-3 putout. Charlie Otteson throwing on to Ben Sanders to end things here in the second inning. The Kindred Blue get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 man on base, and there were no Kindred White errors. After 2 complete, the score remains Kindred White 1 and Kindred Blue 0.
CastletonParks.com. That's CastletonParks.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools.
Halsted Telephone Company delivers fast broadband.
This is Chris.
Farming.
Buying.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey fans, welcome back. Kindred White leading 1-0 as they will come to the plate not only with the lead but with the following hitters. It'll be 8-9 top. Jackson Haig, Ben Fitzpatrick, and then back around to Lucas Lindemann. Jackson Haig had a beautiful catch out in right field in the last inning. In fact, if he does not make that catch, quite confident Kindred Blue threatens significantly, probably scores a run as Miller probably goes to third. Carlson's probably on second, and Dawson Hoy's 4-3 ground ball probably scores Miller. But all that is for naught, as once again it's Jackson Haig who not only leads off this inning but comes to the plate after making a dandy play out in right field. That was a nice catch, wasn't it, Coach Eggman?
Yes, it was. I caught the tail end of it, but it looked like a little bit of a snow cone out there in right field, but that for sure probably would have been a double. It would have for sure been a double, maybe a triple, and definitely would have scored a run.
I think he licked the snow cone after it was done, so I can verify that there might have been a little ice cream in that glove. He takes a strike here. It's no balls, 1 strike. Jackson Haig comes in hitting .286, and once again he'll be followed by Ben Fitzpatrick. There's a ball, down and out, 1 ball, 1 strike. That was pitch number 26 from Riley Moline. Ooh, he throws a little off speed
little
there.
Curveball there. A little slider.
Yeah. And Haig was confused by it, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Moline way up in the count. Here's the 1-2. High leg kick. Answers with a fastball, but a little bit low and outside. Moves count to 2-2. Once again, Moline comes in having thrown 20 innings. He's 1-0 with 36 strikeouts. He's walked 19 people and a 4.9 ERA. That was coming into this game. Here he throws a strike in the inside upper part of the strike zone and catches Haig looking. It'll be out number 1 here in the top of the third. It'll be Moline's second strikeout here today and his 38th on the season. Ben Fitzpatrick, the rookie, now takes a
That was another
curveball,
slider.
ducks his head, then smiles and shakes his head after Moline.
I don't know how many of those he sees in rookie ball.
I don't think you can throw a curveball in rookie ball, so that might have been one of his very first curveballs he's ever seen. And we caught it here on your live event, so he'll have to learn from that, as there will be many more he will see in his baseball career. Here's the 1-1 from Moline, and this ball chopped to Ben to the right side, and Ben Fitzpatrick is going to be taunted a little bit by first baseman Colson Overby. In a Legion game, that might have earned Overby a shot in the jaw, but in a friendly 13-year-old battle, it just causes
Between
smiles.
friends. Yes. I have not seen that one.
No, me neither. Ben Fitzpatrick is going to be out on the 3U putout, so yeah, I wonder if Coach Sawyer Hess will tell Colson Overby what would have happened to him in a Legion game if he would have done that. At the minimum,
maybe not in the moment,
yeah.
but his next at bat for sure.
Maybe a punch in the jaw, depending on what guy he does that to. But at the minimum, it's earning a lot of barking, and you probably shouldn't be too comfortable in the batter's box in your next at bat. Here's the 2-0 to Lucas Lindemann. Lindemann hitting .359. He scored 20 runs this season. Where's number 28, and he's pitching. He flew out to the shortstop in his first at bat. And now he's taken 3 consecutive balls from Riley Moline.
But back to Fitzpatrick's swing, that was a hard hit ball, and Overby made a nice backhand play over at first. Made it look pretty routine to get that second out of the inning.
And not only that part of Ben Fitzpatrick at bat, but he was fooled by that curveball, and then he just moved on, right? He hit that ball hard, so more props to Ben Fitzpatrick on hitting a screamer to the right side. Here's a 3-1, fouled back, moving the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Riley Moline starts with a 3-0 count and then throws back-to-back strikes. Who's going to win the battle here now? Is it going to be Lindemann or Moline? Which pitcher wins this affair? Here's the 3-2. It's ball 4, and there's a 2-out walk to Lucas Lindemann. Lindemann wins that battle, and it'll bring up Jaden Kellerman. Jaden Kellerman hitting .531 on the year, leading his team with 28 runs scored. He flew out to left fielder Blake Miller in the first. Now he bats with Lindemann on first and 2 outs in the top of the third. His team does have the 1-0 lead as Moline looks in for signs. Kicks and delivers. Off goes Lindemann. He's heading for second. Throw there, but Lindemann way ahead of that throw. So Lucas Lindemann with an easy stolen base. He is now in scoring position for Jaden Kellerman.
Yeah, something Moline will have to learn when he gets a little bit older here. Can't do that high leg kick that he's been doing with the guy on first base here. They've been getting good jumps, and especially with the speedy guy and the leadoff guy of a team in Lindemann. He's going to take that base every time.
Yep, and he's got, and with doing that, he doesn't give Ethan Comer much of a chance to throw out the runner. And so more to your point, you got to give your catcher a chance. Comer did have a beautiful throw down earlier and caught Rupp stealing. Moline then hits Jaden Kellerman, and Kellerman will now stand on first with Lindemann on second and Gus Mack, the 3-hitter, up to bat. This is going to get by both Gus Mack and Comer, and Kellerman going to go to second, Lindemann going to be to third, and now Gus Mack has 2 men in scoring position with a chance to get his team a big hit.
Kind of like how it started in the first inning, or like last inning, I guess should say. Got a guy on, moving him over with a little bit of a stole, got a wild pitch, and he's 1 wild pitch away. from scoring again.
Yeah, it was a wild pitch and a couple pass balls that scored River Fetch. And so right now, Comer's got to keep this ball in play. Here's a fly ball. Moline can't get there in time. Great effort by Moline. It's a foul ball, but Moline really hustling hard after that. And that would have been a big play, as this is a big moment in this game. Big moment for both teams, as Moline trying to get out of a threat, keeping the ball in a spot where Comer can catch it, and keeping those runners on the bases, whereas Kindred White looking to add to a 1-0 lead. And 3-0 versus 1-0 is a big difference. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on, and Moline looks in against Mack. Here's a ball taken just a little bit low, and it'll draw the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that one was a close one there. Looked right about the knees of Gus Mack.
46th pitch here coming for Moline. Here's the 3-2, and that gets by the catcher. 1 run going to come across. The runner from second in Jaden Kellerman going to get to third, so it's a passed ball again that scores a wild pitch. A wild pitch that's going to score Lindemann, move Kellerman, and Gus Mack reaches on the walk, brings up River Fetch with first and third. Runner on first, Gus Mack. Runner on third, Jaden Kellerman. 2 outs, but Lucas Lindemann has scored. And River Fetch, as we said earlier, statistically the offensive leader for Kindred White, leading with 22 hits, 6 doubles, 5 triples. Runner goes, swing and a miss. That ball's cut off by the second baseman, and Kellerman stays. Stolen base for Mack. Fetch has a home run in Game Changer and 25 RBIs. That was a strike. 0-1. And this ball chopped to the left side. Going to be a tough play for Moline. He bobbles it, sets his feet, throws, and that ball is going to be off the glove of first baseman Colson Overby. And 2 runs going to come across to score there, as Kellerman scored easily, and Gus Mack with a heads-up play scoring all the way from second base. Going to be an error, and River Fetch standing on first. So 2 more men come across. River Fetch is on first, and now Ben Sanders, the first baseman, going to bat. Fetch takes off for second. Throw goes down, but Fetch is in at second, no problem. Ben Sanders now bats with a runner in scoring position. He flew out to right fielder Carson Murphy in the second. Here's the 0-1. Ball goes to the backstop. And that wild pitch moves River Fetch to third. Well, Moline got the first 2 outs of this inning rather quickly, yeah. And now 4 guys in a row have reached. Walk, hit by pitch, walk, and then an error.
Now he's behind 3-0 on Ben Sanders. Oh, they called a strike?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2-1.
2-1?
2 balls, 1 strike to Sanders. On deck is Caden Rupp. Here's the 2-1. Fouled back. And Ben Sanders now with a 2-2 count, 2 outs and a man on. Kindred White leading 4-0. They put 3 across in this inning. They put 1 across in the second. 4-0 game here. Nice stop by Comer. And Fetch got a little far down the line. Comer looked him back. Fetch hustled back and slid into third safely. Be 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Ben Sanders. Riley Moline looks in, kicks and delivers. It's a ball high and outside. Sanders going to earn a walk. And it's another 2-out walk here. Riley Moline is going to earn himself a visit from Coach Sawyer Hess. We'll take a visit with your advertisements and be back in about 30 seconds to a minute.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back as a pitch just went across. It was a called strike. Ben Sanders took out for second. So Sanders on second, Fetch on third, Caden Rupp up to bat, and he has an 0-1 count. Here's the next pitch, swung on, chopped to the left side. It is going to be fair. Going to be a tough play at third, fielded nicely, and off the glove of first baseman Colston Overby. Coming home and then trying to make a play, Ben Sanders, as the Overby threw that one to the backstop, and now 2 runs are going to come across. Fetch came across from third. Sanders came in from second. Caden Rupp reaches on the air and then gets to second on a second error. And 5 runs across in this frame to make it 6-0. Caden Rupp stands on second, and Charlie Otteson is up to bat. Charlie Otteson, once again, a .375 hitter coming into today, playing second base, wearing number 24. Takes another strike. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Otteson did strike out in the second. And Riley Moline wanting desperately to end things here. Another good stop by Comer behind the plate, as things have gotten a little bit out of hand for Kindred Blue. They're now trailing 6-0 to Kindred White. Ball taken inside to Charlie Otteson, evening up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Charlie Otteson, the 9th batter of the inning. First 2 guys got out, and 6 in a row have reached base. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul ball right into the
Whipple just
belly of Bryce. Yeah. He's grimacing a little bit, laughing maybe a little while. Got him. I mean, that was a good shot there, right in the belly region. We'll do a 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out count here again. Swing and a miss, and Moline is able to pick up the strikeout. But Kindred White gets 5 runs on no hits. There were 2 Kindred Blue errors and 1 man left on base. After 2.5 innings of play, it reads Kindred White 6, Kindred Blue 0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
All right, baseball fans, welcome back to Kindred on a beautiful 76-degree evening as Kindred Blue coming to the plate down 6-0. They'll send top of the order Riley Moline, Colson Overby, and Grant Hess, the 1-2-3 hitters, to face once again Lucas Lindeman. Lindeman throws a ball that's a strike and fouled out of play off the bat of Riley Moline. Lindeman has now thrown 39 pitches. Riley Moline has thrown 62. Lucas Lindeman looks in to face his opposing pitcher on an 0-1 count, and his ball's chopped to the right side to second baseman. He scoops it up and throws over to first. It's a 4-3 putout. Charlie Otteson throwing on to Ben Sanders for a quick out for Kindred White out in the field. And now batting for Kindred Blue will be Colson Overby.
Guess who gets to call the pitch for this at-bat? Ben Fitzpatrick.
Ben Fitzpatrick, the catcher. I don't think there's going to be any tomfoolery here as Overby shows why he is one of the leading, if not the leading offensive player for Kindred Blue. Colson Overby with a one-out hard single. Overby coming in with a .551 batting average. He leads his team with 27 hits, 7 doubles, 17 RBIs, 33 runs scored, and 35 stolen bases. He and Grant Hess both with 35 coming into today. Actually, Grant Hess stole earlier, so he's at 36. Colson Overby going to get to second on that wild pitch. And Grant Hess now batting with Overby on second base. Be 1 ball, no strikes to Grant Hess. Lindeman checks second and delivers. Strike taken, and here is a stolen base attempt, and it is successful by Overby. It's going to be an error on the catcher. So Overby going to pick up a stolen base as he steals third, and then he's going to reach home on an errant throw by catcher Ben Fitzpatrick. And Overby gets Kindred Blue on the board. So Overby, not only is that fun for him to score the first run, but also he and Grant Hess now tied with 36 stolen bases on the season. Hess takes another ball. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Some impressive stats, Nicholas, that you see. I'm a little bit curious. I'm not gonna
it's a lot of stolen bases.
Accuse anybody of anything, you know, but in talking with Max McQuillan and some generous scoring on his behalf of his team yesterday, I was wondering, you know, maybe
Max McQuillan?
Max Bernier. Boy, I am struggling with names, boy. And I can't blame the heat on it because it's a beautiful week, so there's nothing I can say. But that's what you took from that. I'm glad that you corrected me. It's a walk.
Yes, but Max Bernier said this morning, saying there's a double last night in that 15U game when it hit the catcher,
fly ball,
left fielder's glove, and bounced straight down. I don't know if that can be considered a double.
Yeah, and definitely Hess was looking to go to second there, and the pickoff attempt brought him back to first in time. So Hess stays there. You wouldn't see that because the cameraman is too busy criticizing the play-by-play guy than to get the camera over there. Cade Reinke bats now. Hess takes off for second. It's going to be a nice ball put into play. And Cade Reinke, I'm very okay with that being a single. Infield single by Cade Reinke. Grant Hess going to get to second, not earn the stolen base because Reinke put that ball into play. Reinke on for the second time, and that brings up the number 5 hitter, right fielder Carson Murphy. Murphy batting with a guy on first, a guy on second. 1 man in and 1 man out. Overby has scored. Hess on second, Reinke on first, and Murphy up to bat. There's a ball. Ben Fitzpatrick can't snag it, and the wild pitch is going to move up Hess and Reinke. So Carson Murphy with a chance to get his team within 3. Murphy, a .450 hitter. He takes high, and it's now 2 balls, no strikes. A little threat here for Kindred Blue, and that's exactly what they need to get themselves back into the game.
Yep. Saw themselves down 6 going into this inning. If they can cut it to at least 3, maybe 2 by the end, get them right back into this ball game.
A strike called there on the upper part of the zone. It's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Carson Murphy. Ethan Comer and Blake Miller, the 6 and 7 hitters, due up next. This will be pitch number 51. A ball high from Lucas Lindemann. And it's now 3 balls, 1 strike to Carson Murphy. Lindemann looks in, likes what he sees, and delivers. Foul ball, straight back off the bat of Carson Murphy. Moving the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 men on. Lindemann looks in and he delivers. Ball 4. Loads up the bases. Carson Murphy walks for the second time. He walked in the first and now walks again in the third. Brings up the catcher, number 25. A rookie all season, but a 13-year-old tonight. Ethan Comer. Ethan Comer with a big moment in this game. He chops this one. I think that's going to fall for a single, and it does, unless they can make a play at second. And safe at second. A nice job of hustling was Carson Murphy. Runners are going to try to take another base, and they're successful. Ball bounces away from Fitzpatrick, and that's going to be where the merry-go-round ends. So Hess scores on the hit. Reinke scores as he takes a chance scoring from second. Murphy, great job hustling to second to avoid the fielder's choice. He advances to third on an error, and Ethan Comer, he's going to get an RBI single. 2 RBI single. Would you give it a 2 RBI single? The guy from second scored, and there was no error or anything, right?
He scored after the ball squirted away from the guy on second.
Okay. So it's an RBI single for Ethan Comer. 2 runs in. It's 6-3, and still threatening is Kindred Blue. In fact, they are looking to add to this right now, and they do, as sliding in safely is Carson Murphy after a wild pitch. Comer advances to third, and it's 6-4 with Ethan Comer on third and 1 out. Blake Miller bats. He singled back in the second, and he takes a strike here. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. So Ethan Comer with a nice single up the middle, and Blake Miller trying to return the favor. The ball, 3 balls, 1 strike. In this inning, Overby and Reinke have singles. So does Ethan Comer, as I just mentioned. Carson Murphy and Grant Hess have earned walks. Here's a 3-1 pitch. High. And ball 4. So Blake Miller on first, Comer on third. And now batting Ben Carlson. Carlson hit a ball hard out to right field in the second inning. But making a nice catch out there was Jackson Haig. If he hits a ball hard out to right, you'd think he's going to score. Comer on a sac fly minimum. Here's the pitch. A bunt.
Bunting?
Right back to the pitcher. He throws home. The runner goes back to third. And no play there. That's a fielder's choice. Miller's going to get to second. Carlson's going to get to first. And Comer ran hard home. Lindemann threw home. Comer then stopped, went to third. And the catcher, Fitzpatrick, never made the throw to third. So the bases are juiced. Ben Carlson on first, Blake Miller on second, and Ethan Comer on third.
Is Sawyer Hess teaching suicide squeezes here in 13U?
Well, it was an okay bunt at best. and the defense decided to not go for the out there at third when they had Comer And so if Hess is teaching suicide squeezes, he's got a little bit more work to do. Turner Westby now bats. He's the extra hitter. Where's number 23? Struck out in the second. 1 ball, 1 strike to the youngster that bats with a green, yellow, and pink bat. Ball slightly outside. Moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. But it does the job for Kindred Blue in the sense that
they get another guy on base.
And no out in the books. This ball's
That's
chopped out to center, and Westby's going to pick up an RBI as they're going to try to throw to third, and that ball gets away from the third baseman. So it's going to be an RBI single off the bat of Turner Westby. Turner Westby brings in Ethan Comer, and now Dawson Hoy going to bat with the bases loaded and his team down by just 1. Dawson Hoy with an opportunity here to get his team tied up or the lead. Hoy takes a strike. Westby on first, Carlson on second, Miller on third. Hoy up to bat, Lindeman trying to get out of a jam. Here's the 0-1. This one chopped to the right of the pitcher. Lindeman picks it up bare hands and throws it away as 1 run's going to come in. Here comes another run sliding ahead of another throw, and Miller in, Carlson in. There's a lot to keep track of here, Nicholas. Westby advances to third. Dawson Hoy gets to second, all on an error. And there are now 7 consecutive batters that have scored for Kindred Blue. It all started with Overby, the 2-hitter who scored. Hess has scored. Ranke has scored. Murphy has scored. Comer has scored. Miller has scored. Carlson has scored. Westby's on third. Hoy is on second. And up to bat will be the leadoff man, Riley Moline. This is the 11th batter of the inning for Kindred Blue. Coach Getty came out to visit. Coach Hess wanted a piece of his boys' minds. And Colson Overby, Riley Moline going to come to the plate. 7 consecutive runs across with the threat continuing here.
Another
a bunt
suicide.
put
Safety.
Down. This one, interesting.
No one's at first.
Yeah, no one's at first, so.
That is a hit.
Yep, that would be a hit. Westby stays at third. Hoy stays at second. A couple of rookies out there knowing exactly what to do. And it's going to be an infield single by Riley Moline. Bases are loaded for potentially the best bat in Kindred Blue's lineup, Colson Overby. He takes a strike there. Overby flew out to left and had a single in this same inning. He led off the scoring here, and he hits a fly ball, infield fly here, as whether that ball was caught or not, it was going to be an out, and Overby pops out for the second out, bringing up Grant Hess.
Gus Mack wanted that ball, but I think there's a little bit of a size difference between the third baseman and the shortstop, and Fetch did not want to move and just caught that ball over Mack's head.
Here's the now.
That's a ball?
Yep, that's what Whipple called it there. Bases loaded here for Grant Hess. Turner Westby on third, Hoy on second, Riley Moline on first, 2 outs. And pitch number 71. This one gets by Fitzpatrick, and a run going to come across to score. That run is Turner Westby. So Westby in, Hoy to third, Moline to second, and Grant Hess up to bat. Shows in the stats that Grant Hess has 2 home runs on the year. He has a 2-0 count with 2 outs and 2 men on. Now a 3-0 count for Grant Hess, the 3-hitter. Cade Ranke stands on deck. Well, 2 ways to look at this inning, Nick. If you're a Kindred Blue fan, it was a fantastic inning, and it continues. If you're Kindred White, not so much. As here's another hit. How many runs are going to score? It's Hoy who scores, and they're waving around. Oh, Moline, he gets the stop sign.
But great running by Grant Hess, and he moves up to second on the throw by Kellerman in center.
That's exactly why, as a base runner in Riley Moline, you run as hard as you can until your third base coach stops you, because by Riley Moline running hard through third, it drew the throw, and Grant Hess with a heads-up taking of second base. So Hess going to get a single and an RBI. Score is now 9-6, and Cade Renke bats. He shows bunt with 2 outs.
Sanders is going in here. I don't think he's bunting.
And second baseman alertly moves over, trying the old slash. I wonder
Renke's
who
been
taught
watching
him that.
Carson Getty too much.
Yeah. If there's one man who likes the slash, it's definitely Carson Getty. And if a bunch of people like the slash, I don't think anybody likes it more than Carson Getty. Here's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch number 76 from Lucas Lindemann. And Cade Renke bats with a 2-1 count. Here's a fly ball to the infield. Mack wants it. This one is not caught. It's off the second baseman's glove. Charlie Otteson goes off his glove as he had Mack crashing down on him, and it's going to be an error. Another run comes across, and Riley Moline. Grant Hess goes to third, and Renke's on first and third with Carson Murphy, the right fielder, coming to the plate with a .450 batting average.
Yeah, Otteson looked like he was camped under that, but Mack wanted to go get that one, and little miscommunication. Both tried for it, and it dropped.
Carson Murphy fouls that off. Murphy has walked both times he's been up. Walked in the first, walked in the third this same inning. He's the 15th batter of this inning. And this one also fouled. It's going to be out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. And the scoring, what am I looking for? The scoring streak has now been stopped at 10 straight. 10 straight guys scored. In fact, every single person scored in order for Kindred Blue. Started with Overby, ended with Moline. 10 straight guys scoring. Then Colson Overby flew out. And Kindred Blue looking to keep that, to get another streak started. But Lucas Lindemann and Kindred White direly trying to stop the bleeding here.
We'll see if Renke takes off here. Ben Sanders hasn't been holding on Renke this whole time here at first.
And he does take off. And this ball is put in play to shortstop Gus Mack. He fields and throws. And it's a 6-3 putout that ends things in the third inning. So Mack throws on to Sanders. And we'll give the short version of this inning. 15 guys batted, 10 runs came across, and we have a new score. It's Kindred Blue 10, Kindred White 6.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back. After the dust settled in that third inning, it was Kindred Blue that scored 10 runs on 6 hits. There were 3 Kindred White errors and 2 Kindred Blue left on base. And The new score now is Kindred Blue 10, Kindred White 6. We'll see how Kindred White responds to that. They're going to do it with their 8-9 one-hitters, Jackson Haig, Ben Fitzpatrick, and Lucas Lindemann. Game is now an hour and 8 minutes old, and I think about 75% of that hour and 8 minutes was the bottom of the third inning.
The whole third inning. Probably.
The third inning itself probably was 90% of the game here, as that third inning took unofficially 45 minutes. Very unofficially. Foul ball there by Haig. Draws the count, brings the count to 0 balls, 2 strikes. And it's Riley Moline who continues to stay into the game. He looks in at his catcher. Comer shakes his head and then agrees, and this is a ball taken high. Few seasons still continue on in Kindred. A couple that are at an end or nearing an end. B Legion in play in Grand Forks. They begin their state tournament on Thursday. Here's a fly ball that'll be caught by third baseman Ben Carlson. It's an F5, and coming up will be the catcher, number 26, Ben Fitzpatrick. B Legion play on Thursday in Grand Forks in their first game of the state tournament. A Legion start their East Region at 2:30 on Thursday. Top 4 teams advance to state in that tournament, which will be held at Post 400 or Starion Field in Fargo. There's a strike taken by Ben Fitzpatrick. The 15 and 14U Babe Ruth team have their NIT and league tournaments. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out to Ben Fitzpatrick. And we hit the mid-end of July with the baseball season's winding down. It goes fast, doesn't it, Nick?
It does, certainly does. It seems, I still put it at around 4th of July where you kind of be like, okay, this is a sprint kind of towards the end, and feels like it has been like that. Oh, Getty blows a tire out at. I wouldn't say
where was that? He blew that out where?
Out in third base territory.
Okay, yeah. I was just letting you finish your sentence. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. State Babe Ruth going on this week as well. Your team had a nice run, Nicholas, making it to the district championship. I know you're bummed you're not at state, but good run by your boys nonetheless.
Yes, it was.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This ball popped up to the right side, and Ben Fitzpatrick is going to be retired by Colson Overby for the second time, as it is a F3. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, number 28, the pitcher, Lucas Lindemann. Well, the top of the third ended in a similar way. Jackson Haig got out, Ben Fitzpatrick got out, and then the Kindred White went on to score 5 straight runs. And Lucas Lindemann wants to get that going again. He's 0-1, chops this to the right side.
Oh,
fair ball and a
play.
phenomenal play by Colson Overby. You get that on the air there, partner?
I think I did.
I hope so, because Colson Overby stepped to his left, threw out that big paw of his, catching a backhanded 1-hop fantastically well. Paul Quislen, the base umpire, calls it fair. Looked absolutely fair, and Overby, after the backhand, steps on first base, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the 4th. Kindred White gets no runs on no hits. They leave nobody on base. After a beautiful play by Colson Overby, the score will remain the same. Kindred White 6, Kindred Blue 10.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ball Diamond. Josh Amaris alongside Nick Eggman. Our final broadcast on your live event of the summer, as we were just talking about how fast the summer season goes. We started the season off with a ball game on your live event, coached a whole bunch, called a game or two without one another, and this is only the second set of games we've been able to do all summer together. It'll be the bow on the end of home games here in Kindred. It features the Kindred White 13-year-old team. They are trailing Kindred Blue by a score of 10-6. And in the bottom of the fourth, Kindred Blue will send to the plate Ethan Comer, Blake Miller, and Ben Carlson. A couple of defensive changes by Kindred White. Lucas Lindemann now off the mound and moves to second base. And now on the mound is the previous second baseman, now pitcher, number 24, Charlie Otteson. So Charlie Otteson going to now be tasked with getting some Kindred Blue out. He's off to a good start as he gets a swing and a miss from Ethan Comer. Once again, Ethan Comer, Blake Miller, and Ben Carlson, the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Comer had a single, scored a run, and an RBI in the previous inning. He swings through that one, and now it's 0-2.
A good start by Otteson here, coming in, giving some challenging pitches, making him swing the bat.
Here's a ball in the dirt. Lucas Lindemann going to leave the game after 3 innings pitched. He ended up striking out 2, gave up 10 runs and 7 hits. Here's a ball taken high, evening up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Charlie Otteson going to try and earn the win. He's going to have to shut down the Kindred Blue, and his Kindred White offense going to have to put up 4 or more runs to get Lindemann off the hook for the loss here. After throwing 2 straight strikes, Otteson has now thrown 3 straight balls, and the count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ethan Comer, one of the rookies brought up, takes ball 4, and Comer going to reach on the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Blake Miller. Blake Miller hitting .343 coming into today. He wears number 1s, playing left field. He singled in the second, walked and scored in the third. He'll bat with Comer on first. It's Charlie Otteson throws over to first base, but not in time. And now he steps back on the rubber. Here's a ball hit out into the outfield. That's going to fall for a single right in between the right and center fielders. And Comer going to take a shot at third. They have a relay, easily are able to get the ball to Fetch at third. And Ethan Comer going to be out on the 9. I think that was 9, what was it, 9-6-5?
Yep. I think
9-6-5 we're going to go with.
It's either 8 or 9-6.
Haig. I didn't see who was over there, if it was Mack or Lindemann. We'll call it.
It was definitely Mack.
Okay, hey, yeah, then it's Haig to Mack to Fetch, the 9-6-5 put out. Miller's still going to get the single he deserves, but Comer throwing out at third trying to advance.
You know what? Now that I think of this, Josh, I know for a fact that slashing before you get to Legion is illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I was going to say something, but I just chose to not. Ben Carlson is up to bat. It's no balls, 2 strikes. It is illegal in high school baseball. You cannot do it in. It's an NFHS rule, right? Is that right?
I'm not sure about high school, but I know for a fact in 13U, in Babe Ruth, You cannot do it.
Yeah, I'm not privy to the NFHS high school rules. Fetch throws on to second, and could they get a double play? No. Nice attempt, though, as Fetch threw to Lindemann to retire Miller on the 5-4 putout. Carlson going to reach on the fielder's choice.
I am pretty sure, actually, now you can't do it in spring ball either.
Yeah, there's a few different rules in high school ball and Legion. You can do a third to first pick.
Third to first you can do.
The pitching is significantly more generous as far as the rules go for spring ball. You guys get we get in Legion 105, and then there's one other one I'm blanking on. Pitching, third to first, doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure slash bunting is one of them. So. Certainly, a line drive, and Fetch fields it. And
doesn't realize that's the third out.
Yeah, he's thinking, you know what, I want to get that fourth out and bring it into the fifth inning, but that rule is something you can't do at 13, 14, 15, 16. In any case, in the bottom of the fourth inning, Fetch is a busy boy there. Fetch gets a put out on a 9-6-5. He gets an assist on a 5-4, and then he catches a line drive, and it retires Kindred Blue. Kindred Blue gets no runs on one hit. They leave one man on base. There were no white errors, and after 4 complete, score remains 10-6.
Along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neelsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hey fans, welcome back. 10-6 affair here in Kindred, the battle of the 13-year-olds in Kindred. Kindred White came into this game with a 13-3 record. They are trailing. The Kindred Blue came in today with a 13-6 record. But they're going to try to chip away at the deficit with their 2-3-4 hitters, Jaden Kellerman, Gus Mack, and River Fetch. Riley Moline continued to be the man on the mound for the Kindred Blue. This will be pitch number 75 for Moline. It's a foul ball out of play off the bat of Jaden Kellerman. Kellerman comes in today with a .531 batting average and leads his team with 28 runs scored. He flew out to left in the first, was hit by a pitch, and scored in the third. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Evening up the count at 1-1 strike. Yeah, that is funny, the slash thing you bring up there, because it was a delay long enough to make me think that you really let that marinate for a while before bringing it up. Strike taken by Kellerman, 1-2 strikes.
I kind of forgot about it. And then Carlson came up and did it.
Oh, was there another slash?
Ben Carlson was doing it.
Oh, okay, I got you. I missed that then. 2-2 strikes here to Jaden Kellerman. And pitch number 79 from Moline. Fly ball, fair play, and Riley Moline comes off the mound, fields his position nicely, and it'll be 1 up, 1 down after the fly out to Moline.
The White are 2 outs away.
This is a 5-inning game that is very worth noting. Yes, 2 5s on the docket here tonight. As, Kindred White needs to. I meant to say that earlier. We'll have both 5s on your live event here, but Kindred White down to their final 2 outs here. And it's Gus Mack who falls one off. Gus flew out to the second baseman in the first, walked, stole, and scored in the third. And he's looking to get on base. The 3-hitter, Gus Mack, has an 0-1. Ball taken down and in. After this game, we will step down, get the lineups for each of the teams, and take a short break. We'll try to get back up here, try to sneak in maybe an interview if we can. We'll honor our normal awards, the Precision Ag Play of the Game, Halstead Telephone Company Connection of the Game, and the Enbridge Player of the Game. Max smokes one, but a one-hopper right at shortstop. Grant Hess. Hard hit ball, but Grant Hess fields it smoothly and throws nicely over to Overby. It's 2 up, 2 down, and Kindred White down to their final out. It'll be River Fetch. Going to be a pitching change here. So 83.
I don't know the pitching rules for 13.
I don't either. I don't know how is Moline going to pick up some hugs from his pals, and last hug is Moline with his battery mate Ethan Comer, and going to be some defensive changes as Riley Moline steps off the mound. So we'll step away, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the defensive changes for Kindred.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A couple defensive changes for Kindred Blue. Now extra hitting Riley Moline. Moline steps off the pitching mound after 4 2/3 inning of play, and Moline going to be the extra hitter. That means that there's a new pitcher, and it is number 23, Turner Westby, the rookie, now 13-year-old. Turner Westby steps onto the mound. He is tasked with recording 1 out before Kindred White can pick up 4 runs. The out he will try to get first is River Fetch. Fetch has reached twice on airs and scored both times. Here's the first pitch. It's a ball low and outside to River Fetch. Once again, Turner Westby on the mound for Kindred Blue. Fetch and then Sanders if the line continues. 2 balls now to River Fetch.
Did we say that Carson Murphy went in to play third base? Looks like Murphy and Carlson did a little switcheroo there as well.
Swing and a miss there is 2 balls, 1 strike. Say that again. Murphy's at
third and Carlson's in right.
Okay. So they made a quick change there. Good catch there. Carson Murphy at third, Ben Carlson at right. Here's the 2-1 in right. It's a ball high and tight. Fetch ducks under it. And it'll be 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss as Westby and Kindred Blue are now 1 strike away from winning this clash of the Kindred 13-year-olds. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Westby. A ball chopped right back at Westby. He fields, throws to first, and that'll do things here on the 1-3 putout as Kindred Blue are victorious over Kindred White by a score of 10-6. 10-6 is the final here in Kindred, as that time of that game was 1 hour 26 minutes. Kindred Blue are successful 10-6. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we're going to do a quick run through of the players and plays and connections of the game. We're going to try to get an interview or two. Don't go anywhere. Come on back.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From from office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Hey fans, welcome in. We got Riley Moline up here with us in the booth. Riley Moline, the Enbridge Player of the Game. Congratulations, Riley, on being the Enbridge Player of the Game and your team picking up the win. How fun was it to be out there beating your Kindred compadres in a competitive battle on the big field?
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, and a lot of my friends talk a lot of crap on my pitches, so it's just fun to get them out and finish it.
Okay, let's start with that. Do we got any trash talk that's gonna prevail after this one, or you got to get the sweep first before you let anything out of the bag?
I think we need to get the sweep because if we go 1-1, then it's kind of like a wash. Nothing really happened.
That's right. What is your team gonna have to do in this next game to finish off the sweep and get the brooms out and then have the trash talking wide open?
We'll just have to play confident. Go up to the plate confident. Know we're gonna put the bat on the ball, put the ball in play.
You pitched very confidently tonight. You looked like you had a good mix of fastball, little slider, curveball action. Talk a little bit about the pitches that were working well for you and why you felt so comfortable on the mound.
Yeah, Sawyer just keeps telling me to throw 75%, and I find that really helpful, especially against the bottom of the lineup. But, yeah, I just try to throw accurate, throw mostly fastballs, and mix in the curveball whenever I can.
You had a nice hit. You scored a run today as well. What do you like doing better, hitting or pitching?
Probably pitching, because if one batter doesn't do good, that's only one batter. But if a pitcher doesn't do good, that can mess up the whole game.
Good, well stated. I like that. Where are you going to play in the next game? Where does Coach Hess have you out in the field?
I'll probably be shortstop because I think Grant's going to pitch.
All right, buddy. You want to give any shout-outs before you head down and get yourself ready for game 2?
I like to shout out Sawyer. He's been a great coach this year, and I really enjoyed playing baseball for him.
That's fantastic. It was great having you up. Congratulations on the win and being the Enbridge Player of the Game. Congrats, Riley.
Thanks.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gearing up for Game 2, but before we do that, we're going to give away our awards, and then we are going to take a short break to get everything ready for Game 2. Once again, Game 1, Kindred Blue was victorious 10-6 in a game that took 1 hour and 26 minutes. Kindred Blue, once again, victorious 10-6. They improved to a record of 14-6, while Kindred White is going to drop to 13-4-1. We just saw the Enbridge player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge is energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. That was Riley Moline. Riley Moline, the winning pitcher of the day. He also was 1 for 3 at the plate with a run scored. Riley Moline pitched a strong 4 2/3 innings, and he is once again the Enbridge player of the game. We certainly appreciate Riley coming up and doing an interview with us here tonight. The next award we'd like to talk about is the connection of the game, and the connection of the game is going to go to the Kindred Blues. Bottom of the 3rd inning, they ended up sending to the plate Riley Moline. Moline ended up getting out, but right after that, it was Overby, Hess, Ranke, Murphy, Comer, Miller, Carlson, Westby, Hoy, and then back to Moline, who all found ways to get on base and score. That's 10 people in a row that got on base and scored. That is the 10 runs that Kindred Blue scored on an impressive 10 guys up, 10 guys scoring in a row. Once again, that happened in the bottom of the 3rd, and that is going to be the connection of the game. That is sponsored by Halstead Telephone Company. Go to halsteadtel.com to discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it is how to connect. And that's the connection that Kindred Blue had in order to win that game. Precision Play of the Game sponsored by Agassiz Precision Ag. We're going to talk about 2 Precision Ag plays of the game. Agassiz Precision Ag is your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Ag is located in Hillsboro, or you can stop in, or you can call them at 701-436-2119. You can also visit planterdoc.com. The connection of the game, we'll start with the actual connection of the game. It was a beautiful backhanded play at first base by Colson Overby. A hard hit ball that he turned to get to his left, backhanded it, and stepped on first base for a beautiful 3-U putout. That happened to end things in the 4th inning, the top of the 4th inning. It was a very nice play, and one of the plays of the game. Another play of the game, we'll call it honorable mention play of the game. It was a 9-6-5 relay that caught Ethan Comer trying to get to third base. Jackson Haig threw on to Gus Mack, and Mack threw on to River Fetch. It was a strike from Haig to Mack and a strike from Mack to Fetch. The ball put exactly where it needed to be put on a beautifully run relay, catching Ethan Comer. A big play because it would have been guys on first and second or potentially first and third had that play not been made. So congratulations to check that. Yeah, congratulations to Haig, on to Mack, on to River Fetch for that 9-6-5 put out that caught Comer going to third base. So once again, our Enbridge player of the game, Riley Moline, connection of the game, the bottom of the 3rd inning for Kindred Blue, and the Precision Ag play of the game coming from Kindred White on the defensive play, 9-6-5, Haig, Mack to Fetch. Ladies and gentlemen, if that wasn't enough for you, you don't have to go anywhere. Unless you want to go to the fridge, get an ice cold water, get yourself a snack from the pantry, and come on back, because we've got more baseball action. We'll be getting this next one ready, and we'll try to. We'll be back. We'll be back on the air in maybe 10 to 15 minutes. You can stay on this link. We'll put the coming up slide on. We'll do opening credits. When you see the opening credits, we're getting very near baseball action. We'll slip away and see you in just a little while.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred as we have gotten ourselves just minutes away from Game 2, the back end of a doubleheader. It is gorgeous out tonight, 73 degrees, north wind of 12 miles an hour. In between a juggernaut of heat that we have ended and are about to get into, every moment on a beautiful night like this is savored. And we are gearing up for, once again, the second matchup. We flipped home and visitors, so Kindred Blue will be the visitors on the scoreboard. They are now 14-6, and the home team on the scoreboard will be Kindred White. Let's take a look at the home team first and how they're going to plan things defensively. For Kindred White, it'll be at first base Jaden Kellerman, second base Ben Sanders, third base is River Fetch, and shortstop Lucas Lindemann. Out in the outfield is Ben Fitzpatrick, Caden Rupp, and in right field, Jackson Haig. Catching is Gus Mack. And on the mound for Kindred White is number 24, Charlie Otteson. The White group is coached by Carson Getty, and once again, they are 13-4-1. They're going to fight tooth and nail to avoid the sweep here in Kindred, or they're going to hear it from their buddies for ages to come. The Kindred Blue trying to get the sweep and improve on their 14-6 record. They won the first one 10-6. We'll go offensively as follows: Riley Moline, Colson Overby, and Grant Hess. Cleanup man is Cade, PJ's son Ranky, then Carson Murphy, Ethan Comer, Ben Carlson, and 8-9-10 Blake Miller, Turner Westby, and Dawson Hoy, PR's son. Totally messed that up. You didn't
I
even
didn't,
have to correct me,
I didn't
yes.
correct you.
But
I
if
was
we're
shaking
in the
my
mood
head.
of correcting people, we're not in the top of the fifth either. I thought I was like, it's not PJ. It's not PJ, but PR, sorry. Cade PR, son Ranky. In any case, that Cade Ranky is batting cleanup, and we went through the full lineup batting order for Kindred Blue. Leading things off, you just heard him up here, the Enbridge player of the game, number 7, the shortstop, Riley Moline, and he barely misses that one foul, claps his hands in frustration. Moline pitched a phenomenal game in the last one, picked up the win for his team. He's going to try and lead things off here with getting a guy on base. Otteson throws another strike. This one is laced out into left field, and it falls well in fair territory. And Moline trots in
It was a slow trot.
a very slow trot that was more of a fast walk than a jog to first base. Moline with a leadoff single brings up first baseman number 30, Colson Overby. Otteson wears number 24. And Charlie Otteson played second base with a little bit of pitching in the first game. Checks in at first, sets and delivers. Swing and a miss to the now batter Colson Overby. Throw goes down to first base. Jaden Kellerman had to field that one hop from Gus Mack, and Moline slides back safely. Snowballs one strike to Colson Overby. Otteson pitches. A little bit of a change up there. Nice pitch. Off speed, knuckle, something or other. And it's the second strike to Overby. 0-2. Here's a fly ball out to right field. Right fielder runs in and makes a nice catch. If he throws to first, he might have a double play, and he does. What a beautiful play out and right. Jackson Haig had a nice play out and right in the first game, but this one is even nicer.
Even better.
You get that on camera?
I did.
That a boy. F93DP is what we're going to call that, as Haig not only made a nice running in catch, but heard from his good buddy Jaden Kellerman to throw it to first, and they double up Riley Moline. You know,
I'm not sure what Moline was doing there.
I think, you know what, the baseball gods might have said you're not going to run hard on that single, buddy. You got a little lesson coming your way, and it was courtesy of Haig on to Kellerman. Grant Hess now bats. He wears number 2, and he's the catcher. He's the 3-hitter. He'll be followed up by the pitcher, number 27, Cade Renke, if the line continues. Well, we gotta circle that one in the books there.
Yes, you do.
We got 3 awards given away: Enbridge Player of the Game, Halstead Telephone Connection of the Game, and the Precision Ag Play of the Game. And we have a nominee
on the top of the first.
In the top of the first inning. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Grant Hess, and Otteson walks him. Ball goes to the backstop. It's a live ball, so Hess going to get the 2-out walk. And as we said in the last game, Hess has a phenomenal stat
on
in
base percentage,
yes,
right?
Yeah, that too. He's walked, and a single. Here's a walk. So in the on-base percentage category, he's 4 for 4. He's 1 for 1 with 3 walks, and he has 36 stolen bases on the season. He is tied with Colson Overby, and I would bet he's going to try and get stolen base number 37. Otteson is on to him and tries to pick him. Wasn't close. Cade Renke now bats with the guy on first. What will Hess do? My money's on he's going to try for it. He does not. This ball's chopped right at the pitcher. Otteson fields, throws to first, and that'll end things here in the top of the first inning. The Kindred Blue team gets no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 man on base. There were no Kindred White errors, and after 1/2 inning of play, it's Kindred Blue 0, Kindred White coming to bat.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft-serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Your live event. Josh Omeris alongside Nick Nicholas, Eggy the Eggmeister, Mr. Eggalicious Eggman. Take a look defensively at Kindred Blue. First baseman will be Colson Overby. Second baseman will be Ethan Comer. Third baseman Carson Murphy. And shortstop Riley Moline. Out in the outfield, left to right, Blake Miller, Turner Westby, and Ben Carlson. Extra hitting is Dawson Hoy. Catching for Kindred Blue is Grant Hess. And on the mound, number 27, Cade Renke. Once again, that's Kindred Blue. Their head coach is Sawyer Hess. And batting for Kindred White in this order, it's Carson Getty's crew, Lucas Lindemann, Jaden Kellerman, River Fetch. Ben Sanders is the cleanup man, then Gus Mack and Charlie Otteson. 7, 8, 9 are Caden Rupp, Jackson Haig, and Ben Fitzpatrick. How you doing over there, partner?
Doing good. Excited to see what little rank he has here for us on the mound. He's pretty jacked when Coach Hess told him down there that he was going to be pitching this game. So let's see if he's going to bring it here in the first inning.
Cade Renke pumped up to be on the mound, try to get his squad the sweep.
Might be one of the loudest kids I know out there on this field tonight as well.
Well, I wonder where he gets that from. We'll just leave that at that, right? We'll leave that at that. We hope there's no sensitivities out there, but I'm confident that that one's going to land okay at minimum. And if it doesn't, then you can send your complaints to Nicholas, Eggy the Eggmeister, whichever nickname you want to take him to. As once again, it's Lucas Lindemann, Jaden Kellerman, and River Fetch coming to the plate. 12 pitches is all it took for Charlie Otteson, a very efficient inning. And now it's
Well, we got 21 people watching, so
okay. Okay, yeah. This game, by the way, started at 7:42. 7:42 was the opening pitch of this one. 2 balls, no strikes to Lucas Lindemann. So there's not an abundance of watchers right now.
I bet they'll watch it back.
Yeah, there will be
when they get home.
Yeah, hopefully these youngsters enjoy the opportunity to be on your live event and dissect their games a little bit. It's a great service. 3 balls and 1 strikes that is provided to the fans of Kindred Baseball through some phenomenal sponsors and businesses that we hope that you patronize or at least stop in and say thank you to, because I think when all the dust settles here, Nicholas, Lucas Lindemann draws a leadoff walk. When the dust settles, I think that this summer we have approached 40 games that have been aired on your live event.
That's got to be one of the highest we've done all year, or the past few
ever.
years.
Yeah. In the summer baseball, I don't know that we've ever hit 40, and I'm pretty sure unofficially we are very close to that this year, if not over. Wild pitch, Lucas Lindemann moves to second. Jaden Kellerman batting right now. You and me and Mason Almers have done a good amount of them. Chase Miller stopped by a time or two, but a big thanks to Mike and Wendy Bernier, as they have really carried an abundance of the load.
They certainly have.
And done a great job as well. We've had other guests on here, and Eli Mack and Sawyer Hess have popped up and done a game as well. A lot of good interviews and fun memories throughout the summer of 2026. Here's the 1-1 to Kellerman in the dirt. Nicely blocked there by Grant Hess. And this is the final game on the baseball diamond on your
Crazy
live
to
event
I
here in
think
Kindred.
It's the final on this field.
Correct. Yeah,
Not just your live event.
Yes. Yep, the final game on the diamond here in Kindred of the 2026 season. As that wild pitch, Lindemann alertly gets to third and going to try and be the first run of the game. Ranke delivers in the dirt. Again, a nice block by Hess. And Kellerman going to walk here. River Fetch. River Fetch is the next batter. He's the third baseman. Where's number 12? We'll see if the PA man makes a correction here. He just has to say correction. Now batting. River Fetch up to bat. He'll be followed by Ben Sanders. Kellerman takes off, fouled back and out of play by River Fetch. Kellerman on first, Lucas Lindemann on third. Carson Getty and the Kindred White crew trying to even up things here tonight after the loss in the first game. Ranke looks in, checks first, and delivers. Runner takes off. Another fly ball. This one to the left side. Nice talk over at third base, as I could hear Carson Murphy up here calling that ball loudly. And that's something
we struggle with a little bit.
You definitely want to hear. That is my ball. Get out of my way. I'm taking it. And Carson Murphy catches it and records the first out of the inning. Brings up now number 10, second baseman Ben Sanders. Kellerman took off for second. And the last 2 pitches, we'll see if he does it again. He does not. Here's a ball outside. Ben Sanders, a left-handed hitter, trying to get in Lindemann from third. Kellerman may consider taking off for second here. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Ranke sets. Kellerman takes off. Ball high and outside. Throw goes to second base, but is cut off by Ethan Comer. Lucas Lindemann stays at third, and Jaden Kellerman gets the stolen base.
Looked like they might have had him there. Maybe the cut play was called. I'd assume that's what it was. But it looked like if that throw would have went all the way through to Moline, would have had Kellerman at second there.
But I really am impressed with the fact that Sawyer Hess is running these plays at 13, and it was a clean run play that they're working on that first and third and not just giving up the base, right? They're trying to catch Lindemann maybe breaking for home, so impressive to see that out of these 13-year-olds. Swing and a miss by Sanders. Nice block once again by Hess. That keeps Lindemann on third, Kellerman on second, and now draws the count to an even 2 balls, 2 strikes. A pretty big moment in this game.
Yeah, Sanders is a golfer, so maybe he thought he could get that barrel down with that ball in the dirt, but we'll see if he can put this ball in play here.
Reinke trying to get the strikeout. Instead, he gets the ground ball, knocks it down, picks it up. A good job by Reinke of knocking down that ground ball. In hindsight, he's maybe thinking, if he'd have picked that up, I think he would have had a shot at
I think even when he did pick it up, he still had a shot at home, but I didn't hear anyone yelling 4-4-4.
Yeah.
I think I heard someone yelling 1-1-1.
So it's going to be the second out, which is good news for Kindred White. Bad news for Kindred White. Good news for Kindred Blue. The good news for Kindred White is Lucas Lindemann is able to come in and score, and Kindred White takes the 1-0 lead, brings up Gus Mack, who wears number 29, and is in conversation right now with Grant Hess, the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball inside. Yeah, good play there by Reinke to knock it down, but you definitely want to hear Hess screaming 4-4-4 and Reinke turn and throw a strike home, and they probably get Lindemann. But as it is, Kellerman's on third, Lindemann's in, and Ben Sanders is retired on the 1-3 putout. It's now Gus Mack hitting with a 2-1 count. With 2 outs and an opportunity to add to a 1-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Really impressed with Hess and his ability to block the ball down there.
I wonder where he gets it.
I would guess that there is a person in his family that goes by the name Graham, because you and I have had the opportunity to play with and coach a lot of really good catchers.
Yes.
But Graham Hess ranks at or near the top when it comes to his catching ability.
100%.
Blocking, framing, calling the game, selfless leadership. Those are all things that both of us can attest to from Grant Hess's brother. Graham. Here's a play at the plate and slide. Out. A 2-1 put out of Jaden Kellerman, as good hustle by Grant Hess. Reinke comes home to cover the plate, and it's a 2-1 put out that ends the first inning. However, Kindred White does get 1 run on no hits. They leave nobody on base. There were no blue errors, and after 1 completed, is Kindred White 1, Kindred Blue 0.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back to Kindred. Josh Ramirez alongside Nick Eggman on a Tuesday, July 21st. That is featuring 13-year-old clash of Kindred classmates and buddies, enemies today, friends tomorrow. Kindred Blue was victorious in game 1, 10-6. They're trailing Kindred White in this game 1-0, but they will bring to the plate in the second inning their 5, 6, 7 hitters, Carson Murphy, Ethan Comer, and Ben Carlson. Carson Murphy, the 5-hitter, plays third base and wears number 8, facing once again Charlie Otteson. Carson Murphy in the first game walked, and grounded out to short, so he's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He also had a run scored. We'll see how he does here against Otteson. Swings and misses at that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Carson Murphy.
Yeah, Otteson's done a pretty good job. Throws a couple balls here and there, a walk, maybe 1 or 2 here and there, but he's been pretty efficient throwing strikes up on the mound to end the first game and so far in this game.
He threw 1 inning in that last game, and it was a clean inning. He got a great relay. It was one of the connections of the game from the previous game, a 9-6-5 put out, and
he's playing second.
Charlie Otteson, was he not pitching?
Was he pitching at that point?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he pitched the final frame there.
It's going to be close.
Nice play by the first baseman there.
Good play over there by Kellerman.
Jaden Kellerman on the 3U putout. Yeah, I have,
yeah,
according
right.
to my,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Charlie Otteson came in the bottom of the 4th inning, pitched 1 out, walked the first guy, and then gave up a single, but on that single, they got Comer trying to advance. So he had a clean inning of work in the sense that he didn't give up a run. He gave up 1 hit, but did a nice job, and he got another double play this inning as well, the F9 3 double play. So he's gotten some great play from Jackson Haig out in right field to help him be nice and clean. Ethan Comer now bats. He wears number 25. He's the second baseman. He has a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the second inning. Here's a fly ball to the right side. First baseman backed off and then came in, and Kellerman, by the time he was able to get to that, although it bounced fair, it spun out foul before it got across first base, and all that excitement leads to nothing more than a foul ball strike, moving the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I said this earlier, Nick, on the broadcast I did earlier, but Ethan Comer is a young man that I think has a very bright future in baseball. He has an aggressiveness at the plate that I enjoy watching. He had a single, he walked, reached on a fielder's choice, he puts the ball in play, and was aggressive on the bases. It stung him, but young man here, he flies out to shortstop, and then obviously watching him throw an immaculate inning, he seems like a fun young man to be around, and also a baseball enthusiast.
Yep, he certainly does. I mean, he's got a great personality too. Watching that interview back with him, talked well and knows about the game, and it's exciting to see these youngsters loving the game of baseball.
No doubt about it. And now batting is number 11, the right fielder Ben Carlson. He faces Otteson. Otteson has now today, in this game, he's pitched 1 2/3 innings, but with the inning from before, 2 innings and 2/3. I didn't get a pitch count, which we can look at easily. This will be 23rd pitch of this inning. Those pitches from the previous game do come across here as a fly ball to the catcher. And Gus Mack does a very nice job there of disrobing his helmet and running back to his left and making a basket catch for the 3rd out of the inning. A nice catch over there by Gus Mack. Ends things in the top of the 2nd. Kindred Blue gets no runs on no hits. They leave nobody on base. There were no white errors. And after 1.5 inning of play, it remains Kindred Blue 0, Kindred White 1.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Hey fans, welcome back to Kindred. Both pitchers have thrown 23 pitches in this game. So Charlie Otteson with 23 this game, Cade Renke with 23 this game. And in the bottom of the second inning, it'll be Gus Mack, Charlie Otteson, and Cade Rupp coming to the plate for Kindred White. That's the 5, 6, 7 hitters. There's some defensive changes that we'd like to report for Kindred Blue. Coming into the game to second base, he was the extra hitter. Now he's playing second. It's Dawson Hoy. Turner Westby going to move from center to extra hitter. And now out in center field will be Ethan Comer. So Ethan Comer goes from second to center. Dawson Hoy goes from extra hitter to second base. And Turner Westby comes in to be the extra hitter. And once again, it is Renke, Cade Renke, on the mound facing Gus Mack, Charlie Otteson, and Caden Rupp. That does not look like Gus Mack.
Gus Mack's not up.
Yeah, that's Charlie Otteson.
Yes.
So that's a single out to right field.
Gus Mack got the last out of the last inning.
No, I think that there was a mess up there. Unless Gus Mack reached on something, there was a passed ball that ended that inning. And Jaden Kellerman
Gus
got
Mack
thrown out.
started this.
Unless, it was ball 4? So Gus Mack walked. That's what you're saying there, Eli Mack Daddy? All right, so I missed the walk by Gus Mack on that pass ball. And so that's why Otteson leads off. Otteson led off with a beautiful single out to right there. And that'll bring up Caden Rupp, center fielder number 6. So unofficially, officially, Mack walked to end things in that inning. And also, this just in, Otteson in that first game only threw 11 pitches. So 11 pitches is what he had.
34 total.
So he's got 23 now, 34 total. And once again, batting Caden Rupp. Caden Rupp has a 2-1 count here as he bats with a man on first and Charlie Otteson. Takes that for a ball. Just out of my own curiosity, I'm going to go ahead. You can say what you're going to say. But
Hess uses his chest yet again. That keeps him from going to second.
Yeah, Gus Mack, they do have a walk in there. So I totally missed that. On the play at the plate, it was ball 4. So that's where I was wrong. And that's not the first time, nor will it be the last time that I make an error. Rupp walks. Charlie Otteson moves to second. And now it's potentially the defensive man of the day, Jackson Haig, the right fielder, who wears number 3, who's going to come to the plate with the guy in first and second, but not before Sawyer Hess has a word with Cade Renke. Nick, there's not a lot of times in youth baseball where the right fielder has, made some phenomenal plays, and Haig has made some nice catches. He started a relay and had a double play today.
Yeah, I mean, Haig's played a great game out in right field. That snow cone to start it off. Heads up ball right in front of him, hits his cut, and gets a guy out at third. And now this one in this game, double play at first after a very good catch.
He swings and misses at that one. He's now in an 0-2 hole. Rupp on first, Otteson on second, Jackson Haig up to bat.
Overby's holding on. Rupp at first.
Haig
Guy on second.
Haig is 0 for 2 on the day. It was 0 for 2 in the first game. This is his first at bat of this game. He chops this one down the third base line, and a nice play by the third baseman Carson Murphy to field it and step on third. So the 5U retires Otteson. Rupp moves up to second. Haig reaches on the fielder's choice. And now the left fielder, number 26, Ben Fitzpatrick, up to bat.
For what I know about Ben, he's got a little power in rookie ball. See if he can bring it up to 13U tonight.
He's got no fear, that's for sure, other than the curveball.
The
He's
curveball
very
might,
scared of that curveball.
Well, Riley said it was a slider.
Yeah, slider, okay. Yeah. But after that, he had no fear, and he was ready to hack. And he's put the ball in play both times to the right side. A 3U ground ball and an F3. We'll see what he does here in his first at-bat in this game, third at-bat of the night. 1 ball, 1 strike as he faces Reinke. Reinke checks second, throws a ball on the inside lower part of the plate that Fitzpatrick swings through, making it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reinke looks in, agrees with Hess. This ball fouled off. Fitzpatrick stays alive.
Looks like he's a little bit late on that one. So he needs to, Ben, try and catch that one out in front.
Well, kudos to Cade Reinke because he appears to up here be mixing pitches up pretty good. No, you disagree? It looks like he's got, like, that's a little bit of a faster fastball, and then he must have a little change up there because he's got a, you know, one that's coming in with good speed and one that's coming in with a lot more loop to it. Maybe he just reared back there and went with a faster fastball. He's shaking off signs. He's got to have a mix, Nicholas. Here's the 1-2. There's no way that's the same pitch as what he just threw, so that's a mix right there.
Just,
you know,
I'm
that's what happens.
I'm interested to see what it is, though.
In baseball, Nick, if you throw more than 1 or 2 pitches, you've got a good mix of pitches. There's a really nice change up there. Reinke has got a great mix, and that ball is going to be put in play by Fitzpatrick. Interesting what you're going to rule that as Rupp moves to third, Haig goes to second. Fitzpatrick reaches on.
I think it's a fielder's choice. It's definitely not a hit.
So it would be a fielder's choice E5.
Yeah,
just be an E5.
E5.
Because it was...
He was going to go to third
if
he would have got it.
Murphy was running to third before he got the ball and was not able to get the ball to third. So I think... And Iverson over here on the mic, Gabe Iverson doing a good job. He immediately called it an error. So I like that out of an infielder. That ball should have been had, and it wasn't. So Fitzpatrick on first, Haig on second, Rupp on third, 1 out, and leadoff man Lucas Lindemann bats with a 2-0 count.
Let's see if Reinke can come back here.
Strike.
Lindemann didn't.
Yeah.
Lindemann didn't say anything there, but he said everything with his eyes.
I can't imagine that knowing his brother, what kind of vocality he would have. That's about as vocal as Lucas Lindemann's going to be. A odd look back at the umpire is about as nasty as Lucas is going to get. I can't say I disagree with him. It didn't look like a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll see what happens here. And Hess is putting on a blocking clinic over there behind the plate. It's a RBI walk for Lucas Lindemann. Scoring Rupp, moving Haig to third, Fitzpatrick to second. Lindemann on for the second time as he walked in the first and now walked here, second time in this game, and that'll bring up Jaden Kellerman. Here's a strike. Nice piece of hitting there by Kellerman. Got a ball he liked. It's going to score Haig, and Fitzpatrick going to check in at third. So an RBI single off the bat of Jaden Kellerman, and that scores Haig. So Jackson Haig scores. Fitzpatrick at third. Lindemann at second. Kellerman at first on the RBI single. And here's a high fly ball. River Fetch hits. It's going to be an infield fly. Doesn't matter that he dropped it, as it is an infield fly. River fetch.
Not sure the 13-year-olds quite know the infield fly rule.
I think they do because look at all the guys stayed on the base.
The runners did,
yeah.
but the fielders were yelling home, home, home as soon as he dropped it.
It'll be the second out of the inning, and Ben Sanders up to bat. Ben Sanders grounded out to Reinke in the first. This is a pretty big early moment here because if Kindred Blue can get out of this inning only giving up 2 runs, that's impressive, and they are able to do that. So that's a 4-3 put out, and the threat goes by the wayside as it was Dawson Hoy fielding that, throwing on to Colson Overby. White do pick up 2 runs, but they leave the bases loaded, and we have a new score. It reads Kindred White 3, Kindred Blue 0.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neelsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the third inning. White leading 3-0. It's Blake Miller, Turner Westby, and Dawson Hoy coming to the plate for Kindred Blue. 8, 9, 10 hitters. Once again, Blake Miller up to bat right now. Takes a ball. It's called strike. Snowballs, 1 strike to Miller. And Otteson continues to work efficiently. That's pitch number 26 from Otteson. And as we said earlier, he threw 1 inning in 11 pitches in the previous game. Here's a fly ball to the right side. Otteson on the run. Can't field it. Picks it up. Drops it. Flips it. What a nice play by Otteson. That was a beautiful stick-with-it play by Otteson. It was one of those little fly balls that if Otteson would have caught it, would have been phenomenal, just out of his reach. And in the sprint to it, it went off his leg. He tried to pick it up, couldn't, then picked it up and made a beautiful flip to his first baseman, Colson Overby. And what a great play there by Otteson. Been a couple of very good defensive plays by the Kindred squad in the field. Here's a line out, L6. Turner Westby smoked that ball, but Lucas Lindemann moves to his left and makes a nice catch.
Have Johnny on spot with Lindemann there.
So Kindred White, boy, they've had some phenomenal plays defensively in this game. And now we got another nominee for play of the game in that play/connection of the game after that Otteson. And then Westby lines a line drive right at Lucas Lindemann. Now batting Dawson Hoy. Moved to second base. He was extra hitting. Now he's playing second. He's the 10 hitter. 1 ball. Now 2 ball. Strike. And Hoy was as surprised, if not more, than us. Caught the collective groan from the press box. Bryce Whipple might want to get home. He calls that one a ball. We better be careful.
His stomach hurts a little bit from that one in earlier in the first game.
He got smoked earlier, yes. Yep, he got smoked there. So now we really have to be on our game of being patient before the call is made, Nicholas. 2 ball, 1 strike here. That is a strike. 2-2 now to Dawson Hoy. Hoy wears number 21. And Otteson looks in, sets, and delivers. Good job there by Dawson Hoy to fight off a pitch, foul it off.
It might have been a ball, but he did not want Bryce Whipple calling that ball or strike there on him.
No, he didn't want to leave it in Whipple's hands. So Hoy lives to see another day. Absolutely. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hoy. This one behind him. And Whipple calls for more baseballs. Dawson Hoy, the 10 hitter. Be followed up by Riley Moline if the line continues. Moline, the leadoff man, who has singled in this game. He led off the game, in fact, with a sharp single out to left. Here's the set and the 3-2. Ball 4. Hoy swings around, discards his bat, and hustles down to first base to receive a low 5 from first base coach Cade Westby. And now with that 2-out walk, the leadoff man, Riley Moline, steps into the box. Otteson sets and delivers. Hoy stays put. Here's a fly ball. Foul territory over the visitors' dugout and bounces into the pine trees. Like I said, Moline singled to start this game off. Moline had a hit in the last game. He was 1 for 3. 2 for 4 is a good night. Hoy takes off. This is a fly ball right to the catcher. And the catcher alertly stands up and makes the F2 put out. That's another F2 caught from Gus Mack. Mack has had a couple nice catches behind the dish. And it ends things here in the top of the third. Kindred Blue get no runs on no hits. They leave 1 man on base. There were no Kindred White errors. And after 2.5 innings of play, score remains Kindred White 3, Kindred Blue 0.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the bottom of the third inning with the Kindred White leading this game 3-0. Their scheduled batters are 5, 6, 7 hitters Gus Mack, Charlie Otteson, and Caden Rupp. Gus Mack in this game walked in the first inning. He's 0 for 0 with a walk. And in the first game, Gus was 0 for 2 with another walk and a run scored. He takes a strike here to lead off the bottom of the third, and it's no balls to one strike as Cade Renke delivers. Here's a ball put in play to the third baseman, fielded nicely by Murphy, and the throw across the diamond is a strike to Colson Overby, and it's a quick 5-3 put out, 1 up, 1 down, which will bring up the pitcher number 24, Charlie Otteson.
A good start by Renke there. 2 quick strikes, making Gus Mack swing it, and a good play over at third by Carlson.
48 pitches in the books for Cade Renke. This will be pitch number 49, and it'll be to Charlie Otteson, his opposing pitcher. And Otteson, 1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 ball put in play. It goes to the second baseman. And Dawson Hoy, after fielding that, throws on to Colson Overby for another quick out. So Otteson retired on the 4-3 put out. Go ahead.
It's good footwork by Overby over at first, too. Took him up the line, moved his left foot to get himself in a better position on the bag, and stretched out and made an easy play.
Here's another ball put in play, and that, my friends, is a 4-pitch, quick inning, exactly what you want to see at any level of play. Caden Rupp lines out, and Riley Moline snares it. There's no runs scored in the third on no hits. No men left on base, no errors, and it only took 4 pitches off the arm of Cade Renke. We continue to see the score remain Kindred White 3, Kindred Blue 0.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
We move to the top of the fourth after a phenomenally efficient inning from Cade Renke. And, of course, when a fantastic defensive play gets made, almost always that player comes back up. In the next inning, he will, Cade Renke, as he is in the hole. It's the 2-3-4 hitters, Colson Overby, Grant Hess, and Cade Renke coming to the plate here in the fourth inning. The top of the fourth, Kindred Blue up to bat, trailing 3-0 to Kindred White. Otteson also been pretty efficient. Here's a ground ball to the third baseman, and that's going to be an error as that throw gets by first baseman Jaden Kellerman. So River Fetch going to be charged for an error. Overby going to get to second base on that error, And now batting will be Grant Hess, the catcher, who wears number 2. One pitch and one man on second.
Number 2, Grant Hess.
As Grant Hess going to try to chip away at this 3-run deficit. Once again, he'll be followed by Cade Renke and then Carson Murphy if the line continues. Nice, healthy lead for Overby at second. Another pitch and another ball put in play. Can the play and the out be made? It can. Nice job there. Shortstop Lucas Lindemann fielding and throwing to Jaden Kellerman on the 6-3 putout. Overby advances to third, and Cade Renke now going to try to help his cause by bringing in his team's first run. The ball looked like it went right over the sand spot there. Here's another pitch and another ball put in play. 3 pitches, 3 balls put in play, and it's an F1 put out as Otteson pounces off that mound, shows off his athleticism, and makes that catch, bringing up Carson Murphy.
This is the 4th pitch of the inning.
Just hold that thought here because you don't.
I almost held it.
Yeah, I know.
But
you can't mess things up here. I was thinking it, and you ruined it. Could have been back to. Oh,
I almost didn't ruin it.
They had him picked at third, and it goes out into left field instead. And I'm going to say Colson Overby got a little lucky there.
Very lucky.
As he ended up going from picked off for 2 consecutive 4-pitch innings, or consecutive half innings, I should say. And Carson Overby sees pitch number 5 of this half inning as a strike on the higher part of the zone.
Yeah, Mac chucked that thing down to third, and just unfortunately, I don't know if Fetch wasn't ready out there, but it went right in between the legs into left field.
Ball 2 here now to Carson Murphy. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Otteson looking in, agreeing, and pitching. Well, he hits Carson Murphy. First hit by pitch of the game here. I think that's the first hit by pitch of the whole night, Nick.
It was.
Yeah, I don't see a hit by pitch anywhere. Otteson been incredibly efficient. Ethan Comer, the center fielder who wears number 25, steps into the box. Murphy on first, pickoff attempt. Murphy dives back safely. Ethan Comer flew out to the shortstop in the second. Runner's not going. Takes a good lead and another pickoff attempt.
Got him.
This time he is safe. As
I think
usually when
Mr. Paul Quisling is being a little nice there.
Yeah, and usually the niceness wears off when a guy doesn't slide back. But Murphy gets the call, and Comer gets another chance with a man on base.
They meeting about this?
I think Otteson steps straight back, and they're wondering if it's a balk. So I think Bryce is just checking, did he step back or did he go to the side? And I'm pretty sure Otteson stepped straight back. But I'll confess, I had my...
Oh, he stepped straight back.
Okay, yeah. So it should not be a balk here.
No.
And maybe the review will come into play here where we need to go to the video. Oh, they reversed the call after a... So it's going to be a 2-3 put out, and I'll say this: I think the right call was made.
The right call was made,
but in interesting fashion, in very interesting fashion, and it's fun. Bryce Whipple, he says, you know what, I want to get this call right, and he says, I'm gonna go overrule the base umpire, and it all works out because. It ends up with Carson Murphy
and the guy writing his check.
And so with all that action and excitement, it ends the fourth inning, a 2-3 putout, Mack onto Kellerman, safe call, overturned by the home plate ump, and Kindred Blue gets 1 run on no hits. They leave nobody on base. There were 2 Kindred White errors. New score reads 3-1.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson Haig, the batter. He'll be followed by Ben Fitzpatrick, and then leadoff man Lucas Lindemann. It's 8-9-1 for Kindred White. They bat with a 3-1 lead. Haig reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the second inning. Here's the Ephus changeup pitch that goes behind Haig. Haig did
foul off the first
Yeah, fall off the first pitch. I was planking there for a second. So that was the 1-1 pitch. A high fly ball to center field. And Ethan Comer, that's not Ethan Comer. That was Turner. That was Turner Westby. Yeah, that's Turner. Turner Westby is out in center field now. I didn't think he was out there before, so they maybe did some changes there.
I think Turner, Dawson, and Ethan are all doing a little rotation inning by inning.
Good call, because Turner Westby is now out in center. Dawson Hoy
is EHing now.
Is back to EHing, and it looks like Ethan Comer is at second base. That's how it looks to me. But a nice play out there by Turner Westby, and I can certainly see that he's out in center. 1-1 here now to Ben Fitzpatrick after Haig is retired on that F8. Ben Fitzpatrick batting with a 2-1 count. He reached on an error in the second, Fitzpatrick did. So for 2 in the first game. Ben Fitzpatrick has been hitting the lines. 2 balls hit to the right side, right to the first baseman, and now he's have 2. This one's not going to be high enough for us. I was excited to reach out with the fishnet and catch that one, but didn't quite get here. He also has a ball that he hit to the third baseman.
That's what your excitement looks like?
Well, see, I got this beam in my way, and so I had to, I was grabbing for the fishnet, trying to make sure I could see where it was at, finish my thought. A lot going on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Lights are on.
Yeah, the boys got excited when you turn those lights on.
But Fitzpatrick still got his sunglasses on.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
It does.
3-2, see if they help. Here's a slap ball over to the second baseman, Comer, and Comer, nice play. He hustles up to that, fields it smoothly, and throws on. Comer does to first baseman Colson Overby. That now brings up the leadoff man, Lucas Lindemann. Lindemann 0 for 0. He's walked both times. One of them was an RBI walk. He's also scored. He takes a strike in the high part of the zone. Lindemann walked in the first game as well. So he has 3 walks on the evening. Here's a ball. Now 1 ball, 1 strike to Lindemann. Lindemann pitched a nice game in the first game, just ran into some problems in the third inning. Here he hits a ball that Ranke hustles on over to, and boy, Ranke is really
His last 2 innings.
Yeah, on cruise control at the moment. Nice inning once again by the pitcher Cade Ranke.
But he's going to need some help from his team in the top half of this inning. At least 2 runs.
We go to the 5th inning, and Kindred Blue needs to score 2 to keep this game going. It's going to be Ethan Comer, Ben Carlson, and Blake Miller. It's the last chance for Kindred Blue coming back, see what they do with it.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Welcome back to Kindred, North Dakota. We got the top half of the 5th inning. Kindred Blue are going to need to score 2 runs to keep this game going. Guy tasked with that right away is going to be Ethan Comer. First pitch is going to be fouled straight back. Comer we've talked about a little bit tonight. Rookie coming up playing with the 13-year-old team. Seeing if he can get on base to try and extend this thing. This one's popped up in foul territory. Kellerman giving chase. He's not able to get there. First base coach Cade Westby getting chirped by his teammates up here in the press box. Here's the 0-2 to Comer. Fouled it off, stays alive. Addison, this whole game, this whole night so far, this will be his... He's pitched 5 on the night. This will be his 6th inning pitched. Still under 50 pitches. 1-2. That ball's in the dirt. Comer so far tonight has flown out to the shortstop in this game. First game, reached on a fielder's choice. Single with an RBI. And he was a part of that 9-6-5 play. And he strikes out here for the first out of the inning. Addison gets Comer for out number 1.
So Kindred White 2 outs away from picking up the win here. Ben Carlson and Blake Miller going to try to speak otherwise as Addison throws this one. It's a bunt attempt. Catcher picks it up, throws the first and not in time. Ben Carlson lays down a beautiful bunt single.
Carlson speedy down the line there. It's a little bit risky. Last inning, you're not even the tying run, but confident enough in his button skills, got it down the third base line and hustled down the first base line to get on base.
Yeah, you got to get on base. Run doesn't mean anything in Carlson. It's Blake Miller who's the big run. And Blake Miller takes a ball high. Miller was victim of a very nice defensive play by Charlie Otteson in the third, edging out a throw to first before he could get it. And here's going to be a steal attempt to second that Carlson is going to slide in safely on that ball.
Gets by Caden Rupp in center.
And he's going to come all the way around to score.
Man.
As few errors, Carlson semi-quasi read a ball in the dirt well, then on the throw out to the outfield, it got away. Then a miss of a cut as he was advancing to third allowed him to get home. So Ben Carlson, in all that, is able to get his team within one. And Blake Miller follows that up with a swing and a miss. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. So Blake Miller going to do everything he can to get on base, and kudos to Ben Carlson on that beautiful bunt to not only do that, but get around the bases and get his team 1 run away from tying this ball game up. Here's the 2-1. Ball chopped. A little bit easier play for the catcher. He bobbles, then throws. A strike onto first base for out number 2. Mack fields that nicely to get it to Jaden Kellerman. And it's Kindred Blue that are down to their last out. Turner Westby hit the ball hard last time, but right at the shortstop here. He's going to put a single out to left field, as it was a great effort by Lucas Lindemann. I maybe called that a single too soon. I thought it was
Lindemann almost got to that.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was a single, and Lucas Lindemann hustled after it, did not give up. And Turner Westby, the tying run, now on first with Dawson Hoy up to bat. Hoy has walked in this game. Otteson throwing his 56th pitch of this game and his 67th of the night. It's a ball, and Dawson Hoy has a 1-0 count. Otteson for sure wants to throw strikes and challenge Dawson Hoy. Hoy, an aggressive hitter who will put the ball in play, and he does just that. It goes off of Otteson's glove. He hustles after it, picks it up, and chooses not to throw it. Wise decision, as it was a hard hit ball. I'd give that a hit.
I would too.
Dawson Hoy on with a sharply hit ball up the middle. Otteson, I mean, that's a really tough play after pitching it. I think there's no doubt that's a single.
I think with where the middles are playing, though, Josh, they're kind of playing for steal, and they were up the middle. I think if that would have gotten through Otteson, that might have been an out at second.
It would have been a tough play by someone. I mean, it's definitely a single, and
Hoy
certainly,
smoked that.
yeah, and Otteson, he's going to go for the ball, right?
Of
I mean, no doubt about that. As now we'll see if Kindred Blue, down to their final out, can get Westby and or Hoy across, or if it's going to be Charlie Otteson who shuts the door. Riley Moline is the man who's tasked with hitting in the tying run. It's been a great second game here, and Kindred Blue trying to make it even more memorable with a comeback.
Oh,
that ball hit him. All right, so the bases are going to be loaded. Moline is hit by the pitch, and now
brings up their top hitter, isn't it?
Colson Overby. Yeah, Colson Overby leads in many categories. A .551 hitter, leads his team with 27 hits, 7 doubles, 17 RBIs, 33 runs, and 35 stolen bases. That's all before tonight. And now he bats with the game on the line. Here's a ball chopped to the left side. It's foul. Sawyer Hess fields it, but that doesn't count. We're not playing Banana Ball League, and if we were, Sawyer Hess would not want to make that out anyway. With all that, it's 0-1 to Overby. 3 balls, 2 strikes, big moment. Charlie Otteson's pitch very good tonight. Here's the 0-1, high and tight for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Otteson certainly has his name in the hat for Enbridge Player of the Game. Can he finish things off for his squad? Here's the 1-1 with 2 outs and the bases juiced. It's high. And now 2-1. Carson Getty, the head coach, of the Kindred White. His team leading 3-2. Sawyer Hess, the coach of the Kindred Blue. His team trailing but threatening. Here's a ball hit up the middle of the second baseman. He fields, throws, and that'll do things here. A nice play by
Sanders, the lefty.
Sanders. Yeah, Sanders, the lefty, fields and throws on to Jaden Kellerman, and that is going to end things here in the second game. Kindred White are victorious by a score of 3-2. They respond to the 10-6 loss with a 3-2 victory, and a congratulations to Kindred White as they, in exciting fashion, are able to close this game off. We're going to step away. When we come back, we'll honor the Enbridge player of the game, the HTC connection of the game, and the Precision Ag play of the game. We'll also look to try and get an interview. Come on back. We'll try to have some of that for you in the next 2 to 3 minutes.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
All right, fans, welcome back into Kindred as we got a picture on the mound going right now. The scoreboard getting ready. And once again, Kindred White are victorious 3-2. Kindred White is going to improve to a record of 14-4-1. Kindred Blue are going to drop to a record of 14-7. A fun evening of baseball and an exciting second game. Let's wrap up this second game. The Kindred White are victorious 3-2. We're going to honor our Enbridge player of the game, Life Takes Energy. Enbridge is energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Congratulations to Charlie Otteson. He is the winning pitcher in this game. Worked a very efficient 5 innings, including an inning of closing out the previous game. Did a great job of pumping strikes and putting his team in the position to win the game. He only gave up 1 earned run and challenged the blue hitters fantastically well. Add to that he was 1 for 2 at the plate in this game. And Charlie Otteson going to be the Enbridge player of the game. Life Takes Energy. Enbridge is energy for life. We'll quick run through the Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. Agassiz Precision Ag is located in Hillsboro, but you can call them at 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. The play of the game is going to be the 4-3 put out to end things. There was a significant threat. Bases juiced, 2 outs. And Otteson worked a ground ball to his second baseman, Ben Sanders, who fielded that and threw it on to Kellerman. That is the Agassiz Precision Ag. We're going to put the connection to the game sponsored by Halstead Telephone on hold as we got an interview. Don't go anywhere. We'll have an interview for you when we come back.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hello, Charlie. Hey, fans, welcome. We got Charlie Otteson up in the booth here. Charlie, you are named the Enbridge player of the game. Pitched a great game.
Thanks.
Congratulations. It was fun watching you. How fun was it being on the ball diamond tonight, taking on your buddies?
It was a lot of fun. We don't get to play against them very often. We get to play against them maybe once a year. It's fun playing against kids that I get to go to school with. So,
you pitched a great game. You pitched all 5 innings of this one, and you closed out the last game. You're a man that throws a lot of strikes. Talk about how important it is to throw strikes.
I guess you just got to keep throwing them in there, and if you throw too many, just keeps piling up on you, and it'll get into your head. So the more strikes you throw, the better you feel about yourself, so you keep throwing strikes.
That's right. You did a good job at the plate, too. You were 1 for 2 in this game. What do you like doing? I asked the same question to the pitcher of the last game. Do you like pitching more or do you like batting more?
I have to say I like pitching more.
You got a little bit more control. You got a little bit more on the line. A beautiful night in Kindred. You couldn't have dialed up a better. How fun was it being on the beautiful Kindred baseball diamond?
It was awesome. Super beautiful night. Nice wind. Keep some of the bugs away, I guess, but it's beautiful
out. Any good trash talking that you guys shared in out there?
Not that I heard. There's a lot of chatter from opposing dugouts, but
you shut that up pretty fast, didn't you, with the great pitching that you put on, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
What's up next for you guys? Is this it for the season, or where do you go from here?
I think we go to the playoffs next and then the tourney, depending if we win. But
how excited are you for all that?
Pretty excited, actually.
I'll ask you one more thing. You want to give out any props, any shout-outs, any special people you want to give some love to out in the airwaves of your live event?
I'm going to have to say thanks to Jaden. So when I kicked the one over here, he barely caught it. He wasn't ready for it, but special thanks to him
for catching it.
Yeah. It's about this far away from him, so surprised he did.
It was a great play. You had a great game on the mound, great game at the plate. Congratulations to your team. Enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks for coming up here.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, fans, welcome back into Kindred. We have talked about the Enbridge player of the game. That was Charlie Otteson for his great job on the mound. He also was 1 for 2 at the plate, and he also had a very nice play that he talked about, a ball in the top of the third inning that Blake Miller hit kind of in no man's land. He didn't quite get to it. Then he kicked it a little bit and made a beautiful flip onto his teammate. He also gave a lot of credit to Jaden Kellerman for making that nice play. So a very overall well-played game by Charlie Otteson on the mound, defensively and pitching. We talked about the Precision Ag play of the game, the Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game, sponsored by Agassiz Precision Ag. You can visit planterdoc.com. That was the final out of the game. It went to Ben Sanders. Once again, Charlie Otteson pitched in a high-leverage situation, bases juiced, game on the line, and he worked a ground out that Ben Sanders fielded on to Jaden Kellerman. And now we get to talk about the connection of the game, sponsored by Halstead Telephone Company. Go to halsteadtel.com. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. That's going to be one of the first plays of the game. Riley Moline, after a single, Colson Overby was up, hit a fly ball out to right field, and we said his name in the first game. We said it in the second game. Jackson Haig made a nice catch out in right field, and after catching that, again, Jaden Kellerman was on first base, I'm going to say, screaming for that ball.
Yep.
And Haig did a great job of catching it, throwing it to first, and really setting the tone for the Kindred White defense and making sure that the threat was avoided. So it's going to be connection of the game, sponsored by HalsteadTel.com or Halstead Telephone. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. Jackson Haig connecting on the F9-3 double play to Jaden Kellerman is the Halstead Tel connection of the game. Congratulations to Jackson Haig. Nick, what were your thoughts on how fun this evening was at the Kindred Ballpark?
It was a very fun night. I mean, besides probably that third inning of the first game, it was very cleanly played baseball. A couple of, all of them being friends, basically all of them in the same grade. Playing against each other is something you don't really get to do. You get to play on the same team, but you don't often get to play against each other. And it was good to hear. I mean, I know back in the day, if I would have been playing against my buddies, I would have been chirping them a little bit. But
not you, Nick, not you.
It was good to hear they're not really chirping that much to each other, and they're just excited to be playing against each other on a beautiful night in Kindred and kind of getting close to wrapping up the season.
Yeah, if you erase that third inning, you'd erase 15 of the runs that were scored.
Right.
There's 21 runs scored all night, and the third inning of the first game had 15 of those. Other than that, yeah, it was very well played baseball, fun to watch, fun to be a part of, and certainly add that it was gorgeous out weather-wise. That made things good as well. Once again, I'll do a quick run through. The Legion B team plays at 4 o'clock this Thursday up in Grand Forks. It's their state tournament. They play at 4 o'clock against Post 400, the Astros. The Kindred B team takes the 8 seed in an 11-team tournament. There was a play-in game, so it's a 10-team double elimination tournament. Kindred B, we wish them all the best as they enter their state tournament up in Grand Forks Thursday at 4 o'clock. And then, of course, Kindred A Legion play on Thursday. They play at 2:30. They play against West Fargo Aces at Starion Field in Fargo. And we, of course, wish them our best of luck as well.
I would hope we do.
Yeah, I mean, we're fairly tied to that program. So any closing thoughts before we wrap this sucker up?
No, it was fun to see these boys come out and play, and it was even more exciting to see a couple of the boys still in our program being such great leaders, and Riley Moline talking very highly of Sawyer Hess being his coach, and good to see these boys making a lasting memory and growing their baseball knowledge throughout this summer.
Final congratulations to give out. We'll say first congratulations to Sawyer Hess and his crew for winning Game 1 10-6. And then congratulations to Carson Getty and his crew for winning Game 2 3-2. Congratulations in this second game once again for Charlie Otteson being the Enbridge Player of the Game. Congratulations to Ben Sanders, on to Jaden Kellerman after a Charlie Otteson pitch for having the Play of the Game, sponsored by Agassiz Precision Ag. And congratulations to Jackson Haig, on to Jaden Kellerman for the connection of the game. It was a fun evening. It's been a fun summer. Hard to believe that this is it for baseball.
On this diamond.
On this diamond for the year of 2026. One final time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into your live event. For Nicholas Eggman, my name is Josh Almaris. Have a great rest of your summer.